The Rewatchables, brought to you by the Ringer Podcast Network, where you can find Van Lathan.
Yes.
Higher Learning.
Absolutely.
With our friend Rachel Lindsay.
Mm-hmm.
Midnight Boys. Pew,
Pew,
pew.
pew. Yep.
Wesley Morris, not on the Ringer Podcast Network, although he does have a podcast that he refuses to promote.
I'm not refusing to promote it.
Cannonball with Wesley Morris.
I'm going to get better.
Van and I are gonna be
I'm very
guests at
proud
some
of
point.
this show that we make called Cannonball.
There you go.
There we go.
I'm Bill Simmons. We're going to do a rare thing, talk about a 2025 movie on the Rewatchables. Sinners is next.
I've been all over this world. I ain't ever seen no demons, no ghosts, no magic. Till now.
Admit to it.
Admit to what?
That you dead.
Sinners, only in theaters, coming soon.
This episode of The Rewatchables is presented by Prime. You listen to this podcast for the movie talk. So let's set the scene. Our lead, tall, dark, stranded at the airport. Hours of delays. He's strolled, and loitered by every overpriced snack stand, but just when all hope seems lost. Plot twist. He remembers he has Prime, and with it a whole library of free eBooks ready to read right from his device. Cue the triumphant score. Roll credits. Free eBooks library. It's on Prime. So we've only done this, we've had the Rewatchable since 2017. I think we've only done this for 3 other movies. Get Out, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Top Gun Maverick, where a movie was so instantly rewatchable that we said, fuck it. And we just decided to give the Rewatchables treatment. There's some drawbacks to it. There's not enough information about the movie with some distance. Mm-hmm. We don't know how the movie's going to play out for the next 5-6 years. The casting what ifs, as the years pass, they start making up shit about who almost got what part. Like right now, there's like nothing. But this movie, I saw it with Van the day it came out.
Oh, really?
What did I predict to you that it was good? I said it was going to make over $200 million.
You did?
I did.
Oh, he was all over it.
I was like, that movie's going to be a monster.
When we left, I might as well just put a kufi on Bill's head. Bill did that thing where Bill looked, he went, it's tremendous. We're sitting outside the Grove. He goes, I predict the movie makes over $250 million. And that was a big deal at that point because remember, all of the talk was around the business of the movie. Yeah.
I mean, all of the what we can now call BS around the conversation around the movie.
A weird conversation because everyone was fixated on this. Coogler Daily gets it back in 25 years. They spend so much money.
This one title.
And then the box office was good the first week. And then there was like 4 or 5 different news stories about, well, they still have a lot to recoup.
We don't know if they're going to recoup.
It's like, when did we ever talk about that with movies? It felt like people were lined up a little against this. What's interesting about it from a rewatchable standpoint is it's completely rewatchable.
Yes.
And my son and I have watched it twice together since it's been on home video. He saw it twice in the theaters and then twice here. Once they get to the bar, once we're starting the bar, like about 40 minutes in.
An hour.
Yeah, well, they have.
You mean like
with
once the bar opens?
Yeah, once they open the bar,
yes,
it's about an hour and a half, and it could really be its own movie. But I think as the years pass, that's going to be it. So I'll go to you second because I already know how you feel about this movie. You never wrote about this movie as its own piece, but you put it in a Beyonce like bigger picture piece. But what's your relationship to this movie, Wesley?
I find it fascinating. It is. I love it when some work of culture or art that becomes then culture, it gives you a new way of seeing a thing that you have always understood to be the case. Get Out gave us The Sunken Place, in addition to other ways of looking at the relationship between Black people and particular kinds of white people. And here we have not a necessarily new metaphor for what kind of lazily gets called appropriation, cultural appropriation. but you have it so that the metaphor isn't quite fixed to mean that that the white interest in the black music is inherently bad. It's that the vampires here, who are also kind of zombies, we can talk about this. Their interest is their own interest is confused, right? Because anyway, so we can talk more about what I'm trying to say, but I just love that people responded to this movie in the way that they did, both with, intellectually, emotionally, their sense of entertainment was satisfied. And I enjoyed it. I feel like there's two things that just truly do not work for me after 3 experiences with this film.
Save that. Let's go positive first and we'll circle back.
But the first hour of this movie I didn't even need the vampires. The vampires to me are like dessert. Because the first hour of the movie is just a meal. It is something that you rarely see in a movie about Black life and Black culture in the South in the past. And
there was stuff I didn't catch the first time we saw it. Like even like when they go to the stores and how they position the storefronts and the two sides, and even how the stuff in one store is slightly different than the stuff in the other. Like
Yes.
there's all these nuances to it that you kind of pick up the more you watch this movie.
It's that first hour, you can tell that there was real sort of intellectual labor that went into recreating this town and the relationships in it. This is the Jim Crow South. The Jim Crow Southness of it is atmospheric. It does not feel like it's dictating day-to-day life. Of course, but it's a psychological condition at this point. We're in the 30s. And I don't know. It's just, what would it look like for Black people in the South to just be living a Tuesday? What would it be like for them to be living for Saturday, right? The one day of the week where time stops and you can just dance your ass off and gamble what little money you have and drink. And then you go to church on Sunday and say, I'm sorry I did that. I'm gonna go to sleep and wake up to work on Monday. Like Saturday night was the biggest night of the week for certain Black people. And then you went to church on Sunday and some preacher made you feel bad about it. That's all in this movie in the first hour.
When you saw it twice in the theater?
Yeah, 3 times.
So did the first hour or the second hour, what did you respond to more?
I think that I responded to different things in different viewings. When
okay.
I saw it, when I rewatched it for the podcast, the first hour by far just had me captivated. It just like to what you guys are talking about. I think for a couple of reasons. One is something that Wesley hit on when he was talking about the film, which is that this movie does something that I think a lot of period pieces that have Black people in them don't attempt to do, which is it treats the Black people in the movie like people. And they have very different experiences. Like even Smoke and Stack, who are twins, they have 2 completely different experiences of even love. Smoke has this tragic, all-encompassing, consuming, identity-reaffirming love. Stack has a love that is almost divorced of its identity. It's searching for one. They have all the feeling, but everything else is kind of being dictated by the fact that they're not safe to be together.
For the audience, Stack becomes the vampire.
Stack
Smoke does not.
Yeah.
Smoke is the hero, and Stack actually becomes, in my opinion, the movie's greatest victim.
Because he turns into Radio Raheem.
Oh, how? Careful there.
I mean, it's interesting to think about him that way. Keep going, though. Keep going.
And then the second part of the movie is this relationship to the American South. I am from Baton Rouge, Louisiana.
They filmed in Louisiana.
This movie is set in Clarksdale, Mississippi. There's something about the American South that is supernatural, and there are a lot of reasons for it. Number one, a lot of this happens to be the fact that it's the blackest place in America. And that there's something that comes along with that. One thing is that all the stories, all the spirituality, all the culture that had to be developed in response to the brutality of America, it exists there in a very distinct and special way, right? So all the cultural invention, the music, the dance, the spirituality that had to be invented out of survival, it sits right there on top of the South. And when you see something that depicts the American South, it makes you think about the carnage and brutality that it took to create the society that we live in. That's the economic driver, the engine, and the people inside of those movies are sort of its orphans. They're the orphans of American exceptionalism. And stories about them always make you go, shit. Like, you always have to sit back and go, look at the cotton. You always have to sit back. He's paying for something with plantation. Look at the toll. Look at the cost. And the movie is able to depict those things without in any
The
way
most casual
languishing on them.
Yep.
With like, how do you make sharecropping not a big deal? How do you make living on a plantation not a big deal? Well, when there are vampires attacking you, it seems like it's not as big of a deal, at least in that moment. And I have been and remain transfixed by what the movie was able to do. And he's from Oakland. I could get it. Look, man, the work, to your point, the work and the craft and the care that must have gone into Coogler's exploration of particularly the Delta. I haven't had a chance to talk to him about it, but I don't know how he crafted that. I've been there. My daddy's from Maringouin, Louisiana. I know these people. This is who they are, for real. Like, and it was really, really, really an achievement to me.
You know, we did that video for Ringer Movies when we talked about, basically the premise was, why doesn't Ryan Coogler make more movies? And you could say that about some directors work a lot, some directors like take their time. And I was like, my only frustration with him is I just wish he
Banged him
worked
out?
a little more. Like once, yeah, just do a buddy cop movie for 6 months. Like just bang one out. And what Van just described is why, and especially like doing the real research for this, that's not his process. Like if he's going to do Sinners, he's going to get every single piece of the movie correct. And that takes like real time. It's like a labor of love for him.
I also think that, I don't know, he got it worked for him so fast, so early. You're doing great. You're doing great, Greg.
I am partying a lot lately. I gotta slow down.
Look at this man. The picture of party.
Yeah.
You don't know. You don't know.
I don't know. That's the whole point, right? I just feel like he was touted very quickly. Like out of the gate, Fruitvale Station makes him a person of interest to lots of people in the industry.
He's in his mid-20s.
Which is not
after Fruitvale.
Yes. And the question is like, what does he do after that? Like, this is a guy who could be writing original screenplays and making really good dramas for the rest of his career. And Ryan Coogler is like, nah, I actually have a thing that I've always been thinking about doing, and it involves the Rocky franchise. And I think I had always been curious about what it would look like for this person to write another original screenplay that is coming from something, some place in his imagination or his soul, his interest that isn't connected to, some other entities.
Well, that's the thing.
Property,
this was his
right?
first movie with its own IP that came completely out of his head.
Right.
Because I always think Creed, but actually Creed is in the Rocky universe, right?
Yes.
Like he has a couple built-in characters.
That's definitely true, for sure. I think that there is a common thread between Creed, Black Panther, and this.
Oh, sure. 100,000%. Yes.
I think what Coogler is really good at doing, in my opinion,
Michael B. Jordan?
Huh? Well, yeah, Michael B. Jordan. Him and Michael B. Jordan, that's his muse. But I think what he's really good at doing is the lore development, like evolving lore. Like Black Panther, in and of itself, the movie ends up being an interrogation of Black diasporic unity. And that's a hell of a swing for Disney, right? Like that's a big idea. The movie starts off with the history of the Wakandan civilization, and then we go right to Oakland. He takes the story and then he evolves it. And this, in the same way, just like the bedrock of Creed is the Rocky franchise, the bedrock of Black Panther is obviously the Marvel Cinematic Universe and decades upon decades of comic lore. This one is really all of the different aggressions and microaggressions and circumstances that exist in the American South, in that part, in the Delta specifically. Forget about the American, it's the Delta.
Yeah.
It's the Delta. Because even those, the Asian characters, the Chow family, they exist specifically in the Delta, in Louisiana, in South Louisiana, where I'm from. We didn't have, I'm like, when I first looked at the movie, that was even unfamiliar to me. I'm like, what? I've never seen, but he took that and then he was able to build on that and put the vampires like on top of it. And so he has this way of taking things that are so familiar to us and then making them original. Creed should have been stupid, bruh. Creed should have been stupid.
We talked about that when Creed came out. We were like, how did this work? The odds were like 20 to 1.
Like Creed should have been stupid, but it just wasn't stupid.
Yeah.
Because
because he like, to your point though, he kind of understands, like this isn't a cynical investment, right? This is a heart investment.
Yeah.
And clearly these worlds mean something to him. And the question is, like, these movies operate, and I'm not saying they come from this place, but they definitely correspond with this urge that a lot of people who, like in this case, Black people, go to a movie and you're kind of like, well, what's it like at Apollo's house? Like, how come we don't spend enough time getting to know, what Apollo's life is like when Rocky's not around? There's not enough of that. And so
not to mention Duke. I mean, what was going on with Duke? Did he have a condo, an apartment?
I mean, I just think there's a whole world that I mean, so many times I'd go to a movie and just wonder what was going on with a bunch of other characters who clearly are interesting to the world of the movie we're actually watching, right? Like Rocky Balboa is friends with this person. What's his life like? When Rocky, like separate from Rocky, who was he?
Like Basic Instinct, Roxy, what was she up to?
I mean,
did she have a job?
But I do wonder, because Roxy was living
Roxy
a life.
spinoff.
Roxy, I fuck with Roxy.
I mean, doesn't I fuck with Roxy.
I mean, Roxy didn't just win the Dion Waiters. She tried to make out with it when we did that pod.
What a movie. But yeah, like it's such a great point. Like Apollo is a boxing legend in the film, the standard of boxing, and he really only shows up as Rocky's Jiminy Cricket.
Right. Yeah.
And then so there's so much fertile ground. We didn't even know how much fertile ground.
Remember Rocky IV? He's in the pool he's watching a TV of a Drago interview in the pool.
And he got a fucking...
And he gets mad and it's like, what's going on with this guy?
Yeah.
What else is he doing?
Some manners about America.
Yeah.
And then he gets fucked
So
over.
this movie, it's a vampire movie. It's a one-location horror action movie, which is a 50-year franchise. It's a blues movie. It's a religious critique. It's an all-in-one-day movie.
Mm-hmm.
Everything happens in 24 hours, basically. And it's a movie about 100 plus years of Black culture, all in the same movie. Is there anything I missed? 6 things. It's 6 different movies in one movie. And it's a little bit horny.
I guess in there, you've got these other things, right? It's a father-son movie. It's a brothers movie. It's a sex movie.
It's a twins movie. It's a horny movie.
Yeah. I mean,
this movie gets its horns on a couple times.
Oh, yes. I mean,
it's a movie about cunnilingus.
Yeah.
I mean,
A Boy's Journey with Cunnilingus.
That was the original title. Yeah, they changed it. It didn't test well. Boy's Journey to Cunnilingus.
New.
From Focus Features.
Sounds right.
Yeah,
Focus would do it.
Tested
Focus,
terrible.
You got the right studio. Focus would have done it.
Yeah. I'm sorry I interrupted you. Is there anything else you'd put out of those 6?
I think that kind of covers it. I mean, there's also it's a musical. It's a
That's
musical.
probably the biggest thing that
It's a
you mentioned,
musical.
yeah.
So that's from a rewatchable standpoint. There's a couple music scenes in this movie. I mean, including the famous one, but holy shit. It's just like all-time music scenes.
So have you ever been watching a movie where the characters in the film are having so much fun, but they're not necessarily at a party that you would want to be at?
Yeah, this is yes.
So Coogler, when they're making this movie, he's like, I want to make sure that people want to be at the juke joint. That you want to party with them. I want to make sure that people look good. They're glistening. The sweat is good. And look, something else. We in an era right now where people, they do this LA thing. When I first came out to LA, I noticed how the clubs in LA are, right? The clubs in LA are like, this is how it goes. You go to the club, you in there, and it's a dude. He's sitting on the couch. You're doing like this. He's just saying hi to people. It's like there's one dude in the club in LA that all he does is say hi to people all night. That's all he does. He just, what's up?
I always want to know who that guy is.
I always want to know.
I always want to know.
You see,
he
he's
is
like, what's up?
the most intriguing person in the club.
All he does
is that guy. Yep.
So, man. So every once in a while, he does this thing that I hate. If you are a celebrity, stop doing this. Stop seeing people and doing a little prayer hands, and then go, thank you so much. And then it's a girl doing this in Louisiana.
The prayer hands are tough.
I hate the prayer hands.
Unlike the prayer hands.
Stop. If I say the next time somebody,
what does that mean? I was praying for you to come here and you've arrived. Prayer hands.
It's like, hey man, I really fuck with that records you put out. Man, thank you so much. Hey, nobody asking for the prayer hands. Just be like, yeah, man, we work real hard on it. Break out. Like, so
this would have been a good hottest take.
It's just
we
so
need the
much
band prayer
easier.
hands.
I mean, I like that this drives you crazy.
I hate it.
You hate it. Okay.
I have 2 different types of celebrities. I got prayer hand celebrities and regular celebrities. I remember one time I'm just going to drop a name. I went to a YG listening party. I told YG I liked the record. YG was like, yeah, you fucking with it? That's cool. I was like, he didn't prayer hands me. That's a real motherfucker right there. Way to go, YG. He didn't give me the prayer hands.
Yeah.
That just made me a huge YG fan. But I'll say this, in the South, at least when I don't know how things are there. I haven't been as home and partying as much. Nah, man. We go into these parties and we go in looking great, all dressed up. We come out sweating.
Yeah.
We are dancing. We are moving.
I bring 2 shirts.
That's a Wesley Morris staple.
We are celebrating.
He's the sweatiest club guy who ever lived.
I bring 2 shirts.
No, he loses like 5 pounds of sweat at some of these places. I've seen it.
So when you're inside a club, you really have to have a sense of the vampires ruined the greatest day of Preacher Boy's life. The vampires ruined a fantastic party.
But conversely, man, the party is so good that even these racist ass vampires want to come in. Like, which is really the politics of the movie, right? I mean, is it time to get into that? Because I just feel like the sort of political intellectual achievement here, one of the achievements is that, which is that he found a metaphor that also doesn't entirely feel metaphorical, because in the world of the movie, these vampires are real. They kill people, convert people, and grow a little army. But they also serve a metaphorical purpose, right? Which is that the moment they okay, so for an hour you are watching Smoke and Stack basically gather the resources, human.
It's
and,
a put the band back
otherwise,
together movie,
right?
Yeah,
and to get the Saturday night hopping, and you watch them do everything to make the club, and the minute after Sammy does his number, and you get the sort of metaphysical, supernatural.
It ends with the
conflation.
number, the roof's on fire. It finishes and it cuts right to the 3 vampires.
And Remick is like,
Remick's like,
"Gee,
man,
yeah.
You mean I can I can kill all the birds in one. I can get 250 years of music in one bite.
I paused that moment for Ben because Ben's 17 now and he's in that I'm smarter than everybody else stage.
Mm-hmm.
Like, don't tell me what I know more than you. Like, he thinks he's the shit right now.
Right.
So I paused that and I was like, true or false? Is this what the movie's about right here? And he was like, what? And then I explained it to him, and it was one of my moments where I kind of hit him with the newspaper.
Is this
basically, I'm
movie-
like, I'm still smarter than you, motherfucker.
Did he get it?
He got it.
Okay.
But I was like, you didn't figure this out yet. See, you're
Yeah.
you're not smarter
You
than
don't
me
know
yet.
shit.
You 17-year-old little
Remick
shit.
is Jimmy Iovine.
Yeah.
I mean, throw a rock, right? Throw a rock. But Jimmy Iovine is actually great because he claims to come in peace. He has an ally. He forges an allyship, right? Like on his terms.
Yeah.
I bite you, you fuck with me.
Yeah.
Because you don't really seem to have a choice. There's just so many things happening once the metaphor goes to town.
One thing, and all of that, and in some way, it wasn't alienating. The thing that I still get
What do you mean by that?
What I mean is, but with this movie and Get Out, these movies are direct criticisms of whiteness.
Right.
They direct. I expected to come out of the theater with Bill going, they should have had Wahlberg in it.
I can't do two Wahlbergs in 2 days.
But he fought with it. The movie is, there's no way around it. The movie is a direct criticism of whiteness, and only the people that were trying to be offended by it actually were.
Right.
Which tells you just the power of
that
the
says more
medium.
about the person, though.
Oh, 100%.
I
yes.
agree.
Yeah.
Can I read you something a great writer wrote
Mhm.
about this movie? That Sinners is a nightmare in which black art is doomed to be coveted before it's ever just simply enjoyed.
Jesus, who's that guy?
Wesley Morris.
Oh, wow.
Oh, I
really? Pulitzer
Wesley
Prize?
wrote that.
Well, Jesus.
Two-time Pulitzer Prize winner, Wesley Morris. Fucking just dropping some knowledge out there.
Wesley,
But
Wesley,
I
real
thought
quick.
that was really good, though.
Real quick,
Thank
what do you
you.
think is more impressive, a Pulitzer or a Peabody?
I have no comment.
Okay,
They're
just
both wonderful awards.
making
May
sure.
everybody win one.
I think I have a Peabody. Pulitzer's more important.
I don't know. They're both great. Why choose, man?
Can I give you a couple more Sinners themes other than black art doomed to be coveted before it's ever simply enjoyed? The musically talented are called griots in this movie,
Mm-hmm.
and their gifts attract evil. We were talking yesterday at dinner about why people get so famous that they kind of lose their minds. Like, why don't we care about this more as a society when we look at the people
Fame
that
as
have
a disease.
the people that have really flown super close to the sun, a lot of times just fucking lose it. And I was thinking, like, do your gifts actually attract evil?
Yeah.
Or is that just like a theme in this movie? Because I do wonder, you think of all the people who have flown too close to the sun and it went bad. It's like,
I see how you're
is this a
asking this.
coincidence, or should we actually start wondering?
But this is, I mean, I think in the world of the movie, the evil that's attracted is not the evil of, well, let me think about
All
this.
they care about
Because-
in this, all the vampires care about is Preacher Boy. They don't care about anyone else in this.
I have a thought here.
They want him, that's it. They want to take him and bring him into their fold.
Well, he's the only well, let me think about this, because he's the only musician they would have been, they want everything.
No, but
He's the only physical manifestation of the thing that drew them to the club in
Well,
the
he's
first
the
place.
only one capable of doing what he did when he
Right.
performed.
He lured the ancestors, he lured the past and the future. That song brought, I Lied to You. By the way, I mean, we should talk about what a banger that song is.
Have you seen the video of Miles Caton performing that with the guy who did the score? What's his
Yeah.
name?
Oh, Ludwig.
that guy's a genius, by the way.
The two of them just do it acoustic for some crowd as like a Sinners thing, and it's fucking unbelievable.
I'm sure it is.
So-
And
That
we're
song
going to
is
talk
great.
about. I have lots of Miles
song
thoughts
is
coming
great.
later.
I think two things: one about Fame, and one specifically about the way Fame and the black part of it. This coming from just my TMZ brain. I think these people go crazy because we drive them crazy. And I think we don't mean to, but we do.
Yes, we do.
You think we mean to?
I think
That's what I
we-
said last night.
Okay. Yeah, I think we drive them crazy.
I
I
think
remember sitting in the office and something very sad happening to someone, and me talking to a producer and going, man, I don't really think this is news. Like, why would this be news? And they just went, because the person's a celebrity. Right away, because you have notoriety, it piques people's interest. And because it piques people's interest, they have all different types of attitudes and thoughts about what you should do and how your life affects theirs. And that is just not, to me, a natural state of existence.
Nothing
for a
about
human
it is
being.
natural.
It's just not.
I mean, obviously, some people can handle it, some people can't. I think that we don't talk about it, and I wonder, we don't talk about it as a disease. You know, there are a couple professional shrink-oriented people in my life, psychologists and psychiatrists, who definitely think there's some that it should be considered a mental health situation that people who are put in that zone should be
Fame?
prepared for. Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
I mean, if you look at the way influencers operate at this point, right?
Yeah.
And the way that social media operates,
Turns
I mean,
them in and out.
it completely changes, it warps people's understanding of reality.
Well,
right?
there's
their own personal reality.
There's three different types of, three people for this conversation, right? Musicians, actors, athletes. When you're an athlete, when you're like somebody like Tom Brady, and like you come back against the Falcons and you win your Super Bowl, you become the GOAT, and you come back from 28-3, and everybody's just like, wow, oh my God, like this. I don't know how you're normal 10 years later after that. So there's that. Then you have the musicians where you're selling out arenas night after night, and everybody's just losing their fucking mind, and that's just your life, and you're going from city to city, and you just get this crazy 3 hours of adoration. I don't know how you stay normal there. And then actors, even there's not only do they become famous, like the Leo type of famous, but I remember when I had MBJ on the second time in 2015 during Creed. Oh no, the third time. It was after Black Panther. And he was talking about how Black Panther fucked him up because he like inhabited the role and he had to become like a dark person in that movie. And he couldn't
dark.
Like
Killmonger.
Stop.
Oh, you're trying to start some shit. Okay.
Shit. You can't give him any red meat.
Oh my God. Okay.
But he was saying he couldn't, they finished filming the movie and he couldn't get out of the place he was in the movie. Like he couldn't, he had to like, he talked about it. He had to like go get therapy, and it became like a news story because he admitted like I needed therapy to get out of that wherever I was.
Killmonger's.
So when you're an actor,
headspace,
you have to like do that. I don't know. I think after like 20 years, you fucking go nuts.
What if what you do is not just the best part of somebody's day, but the best moment in somebody's life?
Right.
What if that play that you made, like somebody from Atlanta talk shit to me, I go 28-3. Don't matter how many.
Well, what would happen if you met Tracy Porter right now?
I'm gonna sit down and talk to him.
You'd fucking bear hug him.
Like,
You'd start crying.
Like, so the Saints won the Super Bowl. I did not think that was possible. It was a ridiculous happening. So it's just a weird space to operate in. And then this movie talks about something else as well. Man, when you hear them early recordings, I remember listening to you talk about some of this stuff as part of the 1619 project. When you listen to those early recordings of Muddy Waters or the music that was coming out at that time, you think, what series of circumstances and events led to that man making that sound?
Yep. That's the thing you always think about, because they were first.
Yeah, you just go, what made
ways.
him go, I have to sit down right here and get this out? And when that sound went everywhere, it was no different than what Preacher Boy did. The Stones heard it. The Beatles heard it. Right. Everybody heard it everywhere, and I'm not saying that they were vampires at all. I'm not saying that at all. But what I'm saying,
you cannot say.
I don't want to say that. Like, I'm not trying to say that.
No. Just keep going. Just keep going.
So what I'm saying is, when like the music actually did in real life what it did in the movie, everybody went, Jesus Christ, what is that? I want to get as close to it as I possibly can and let it push me forward to connect in the same way. I want to make that sound, or at least I want to understand it. And those early recordings are hard to come by now, but when you hear them, it feels like he is speaking an interdimensional language with the combination of the guitar and his voice and the emotion.
Yeah.
And so, like, that part of the movie where Remick goes, oh, that feeling happens. Like that, like that's a real thing. What the fuck is that? I gotta have you. And then the movie orients itself around that.
But that's the point at which the need to, I mean, there's so many things happening with Remick as both a person who understands the rules of vampirism, right? Like the need to be invited into the club, that whole aspect of the metaphor, right? In order for this to work, you guys, I need you to believe in me in order
for me to take this from you.
For me to take it from you. You have to let me do it. I mean, that is how those Lomax recordings worked in a lot of ways. I mean, in the same way that you don't want to talk shit about Mick Jagger and Robert Plant. Like, I don't really want to talk shit about those recordings, those field recordings. But like, I think that there's an aspect of, and this movie understands that a lot of the history of the creation of Black art has had to, in some way, if it's going to proliferate through an economic system, it's gonna need a white person because they control the system. And I think that there's some balance. I mean, this is as much about artists, but it's really not about white artists and Black artists. It's about white business and Black artists. And Remick's offer is so ambiguous, right? Like, I mean, we understand at the very least that these are vampires who have a job to do in terms of biting the people, but they also stand for something. And it actually, I take that back because I just forgot the most important thing about Remick, which is he's part of a minstrel trio, right? Like, when they arrive at the club, they arrive as 3 people. One's got a banjo, one's got a fiddle, and the other one's got a guitar. And
by the way, they sound pretty good.
Well,
I liked it.
I mean,
I like Remick's music in this movie.
Yeah, I was kind of into that.
That's the joke, of course, when wait, what? That's what you liked, Bill.
Pick 4 Robin Clean.
Pick 4 Robin Clean.
But look at him go. Look at him go, America. Woo! Bill Simmons just got bit. But, you know, Rember and I had a conversation about this movie for Cannonball. Well, when now is Cannonball. And we talked a lot about Pick Poor Robin Clean as, you know, it's an old song, right? That these 2 Black women would go around and perform. It made them very successful. And, you know, in the limited range in which 2 Black women could be successful at the turn of the century performing a kind of blues music. Nationally speaking, but I mean, they were very regionally known, and this song was no secret. It was popular. And to think about what the song is doing in the world of the movie, we picked Poor Robin Clean. Like, that is simultaneously vampirism of the most literal sense, but also the metaphorical vampirism, right? Like, we are eating at the bones of a thing, and that thing in some case could be Black culture as we know it. And that's the song that they used to impress these Black people who are standing in the doorway being like, what y'all want? And of course, there is one person, because there's always somebody in the back who's just like, I can't remember if it's Stack or
it's Mary.
Is it Mary?
Who says we gotta go out?
No.
I don't know what you mean.
The person who's like, you know what? They sound pretty good.
That was Stack.
Yeah.
Stack
I like this.
Yeah, Stack like.
Well, ironically, Stack gets bit, becomes a vampire.
Right, but I mean, I think that appreciation, I mean, I think there's something true in that moment, right?
Yeah.
Which is, you know, so much of what is happening in that doorway is is really about the complexity of the relationship between Black art and white music, or white musicians, which is like, when you got it, you got it. You cannot be denied.
It
Well, there's
does sound good,
there's
yeah.
a third theme that we're going to get to right after we take this break. This episode is brought to you by Prime. Sure, we're called the Rewatchables, and yeah, we usually rewatch movies obsessively, but every now and then we trade screenplays for eBooks. Some moments just call for it, like when the credits roll and you're still in movie mode, but your watch list is empty. Or when everyone says the original story is better than the movie and you got to see what the hype's about. Prime gives you access to a whole library of free eBooks so you can swap the rewatch for a reread or try something new. Free eBooks library. It's on Prime. So the third theme of this movie that I had written down was something Stack says after he becomes a vampire. Because we're talking about the vampires trying to seduce everybody in the juke.
Mm-hmm.
Stack's telling his brother, no, it's better this way. You should come this way. And then he says, we was never going to be free.
Yep.
Which is the third theme looming around this. Like, hey, maybe this is actually a better life for everybody here in the 1930s.
Which is this is the darkest aspect.
It's about
of
as
this
dark as you
movie.
get. Yeah.
Yeah, when you look at what those two brothers had done to find their freedom, when you look at where they had gone to fight enemies abroad, they had gone to be gangsters up north, they had gone everywhere trying to search for whatever it is that they did not grow up with, whether it was safety from their father, whether it was respect in their community, whether it was love, right? One man couldn't love a woman because she was too righteous. The other man couldn't love his woman because she was too white. So whatever they were looking for and they were going out to find it, they came right back home and still had to deal with all the accrued interest of the horror that waited for them back in the South.
And by the way, they were going to die the next morning.
Yeah, the guy was going to
Those guys were all coming back to kill them and clean the floors.
I mean, I got a nitpick there.
Okay, save it.
Yeah.
I think I might share your nit.
Yeah, I got a nitpick there.
But nonetheless, writ large, the nit aside, that I think I probably share. I can't wait to hear what it is. It's so crazy this movie is as popular as it is because it is a full-scale comprehensive tragedy. And no matter, like, everybody is trapped in their circumstances. All the options suck. The cosmos of the Jim Crow Delta means that there was no way that any sort of white power structure was gonna allow this club to stand, right? And even once you get to that post-credit sequence, which is essentially Buddy Guy as old Sammy, like, sitting with the fact that he made it, and you kind of can't believe. I was like, wow, Sammy made it. But also what he made was the blues. He is now the descendant of, because we haven't even talked about what Delroy Lindo represents in his strain of blues. I feel like he's that character is kind of overlooked in the larger.
Not going to be on this podcast. We're not going to be overlooking Delroy Lindo's performance.
It's the best performance in the movie to me.
Holy shit.
But, and that's not taking anything away from Mike, but
I'll say did. You literally took something away from him.
No, because Mike has a lot more to do with this movie. It's his best performance before. I'll tell you something else. I wonder, so the movie is a tragedy. Everybody dies. Everybody gets fucked up. The child's daughter is an orphan. Like, all of those people in there died. They have families out there. The movie is a profound tragedy. There's nothing but blood left. The only people that are left are Stack and Mary. And I have not been able to understand what we are supposed to take from that. Because like Stack comes back and he is now, I don't want to get too deep into this, but I was thinking about
you got to get deep because they didn't get dressed like that by accident.
Stack comes back and now Stack is a vampire version of actual Black experiences and expressions from the past. Now he got the big
Coogee
sweater and the whole nine.
She's got door knockers.
She's
No,
got
he-
the door knockers.
I thought it was like literally Radio Raheem, like he has the stuff on his knuckles.
Well, I mean, that's just
Yeah.
that's just. But what I'm saying is, in that situation, he's there, and if I was to look at that in my most galaxy brain way, that character represents what we had to give up, which is literally the sun. Like we had to give up the sun. We had to exist in the night. Now, he's decorated. He's ornate. He is going to live. He has survived as something lesser and more grotesque,
Not human.
than what the people around him were. And that, when I saw that, because when at the end,
But he says it though.
I'm happy Stack is alive.
He says it was the happiest day of his life.
Yeah,
But it was 60 years ago.
He's smiling when he says, "It's the last time my brother. It's the last time
Last
I
time I
saw
saw my brother.
and it's the last time I saw the sun." And I'm like, "Fuck!" But he's happy, and I'm happy he's alive, even though he's lesser than human than what he was before. There were compromises made.
I have been thinking about the only thing I really think about with this movie in terms of what it means and where it could go. I don't know how committed to intellectual property proliferation Ryan Coogler is. He is definitely a master at reinterpreting other people's IP, but I don't know if there's going to be like a Sinners 4 if we're headed that direction. So
He says no.
plenty of time to think about what is going on in that sequence. And the third time I watched it, you know what I thought of? The bridge from They Won't Go When I Go, the Stevie Wonder song. People sinning just for fun. They will never see the sun. They won't even show their faces. For them, there is no room for the hopeless sinner who will take more than he will. Oh my God, I'm going to start crying.
Oh no.
He's got Wesley.
He got through Brokeback Mountain without crying. Now he's going to cry?
They got Wesley.
For they will never show their faces. For them, there is no room. For there is no room for the hopeless sinner who will take more than he will give. He will give. He will give. He ain't hardly gonna give. Whoa! And it's Stevie like going from up here to down here, from the mountain to the valley, to acknowledge that there are these people who have been forsaken or have forsook. And every time the 3 times I have seen this sequence with Smoke and what's her face, the Hailee Steinfeld character as
Mary.
these vampires.
Yeah.
Stack, you mean?
Stack, sorry. And they're talking to this old man who we've experienced as a younger person. I'm hearing that song.
Who chooses death rather than be one of them. He's tired of it. Yeah.
I hear the they won't go when I go. That's literally true, because these people are never going to go.
Right.
They will live forever and they will never see the sun, SON or SUN.
Right.
Right?
When we saw the movie ends with Michael B. Jordan, the second twin dying, right? And he's going to where Annie is with the baby, and the credits came up, and I started to get up, and Van's like, hold on.
Yeah, don't
And
go nowhere. Yeah.
And I'm like, what do you mean? And then that whole other scene came in. Not only is it the best scene in the movie, I think it's one of my favorite scenes.
Me too.
I just couldn't believe how good it was. And each time I watch it, it gets better. And I just can't believe the choice of starting the credits, but then skipping ahead was so interesting that they did that and not do the fast forward to 1992 or something to keep you in. It's almost like an Easter egg, but it's so much better than an Easter egg. And
no, it's a coda. It's an epilogue.
I can't believe they landed the plane on that. It probably shouldn't have worked. But not only did it work, it brings the whole movie together in the best way. And also, like, to have Buddy Guy and just like, I just can't believe they pulled that off. They were saying he's 88 years old. They had to film for like 14 hours. They're in like it's fucking hot. And he just was there banging it out. And that's going to become a big part of his legacy, as weird as that sounds. Because I think this movie's going to endure in its own way, and he's so crucial to that part.
Oh yeah. Well, the idea that person, I just kept wondering, because the blues song, like I Lied to You, is not in any way a 1930s anything, right?
Yeah.
The Delroy Lindo character is the embodiment of like the Delta blues, and Sammy is something else. Preacher Boy is a completely, like, I would say 1980s oriented blues, right? Like a Robert Cray kind of blues musician, like late Buddy Guy.
The type of guy, he wants his blues to take him everywhere.
Right.
Delta Slim wants to stay right there at the same club for the next 20 years. Preacher Boy wants that guitar to take him everywhere. It's a little bit more accessible.
Right. And but what do they say when they find old Sammy in that club that night? Oh man, this electric shit.
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
Yeah.
We like the old shit. Well, I bet y'all would. Stands to reason.
Right.
We got to keep moving. Michael B. Jordan, Fruitvale 2013, Creed, Black Panther, Panther 2, Sinners. He needed this one.
Interesting.
That's our guy. He needed a great performance in a great movie, I think, for the catalog. Because I just think he's not 40 yet. I think the talent's there. He's been in our lives the entire century, dating back to The Wire and Hardball and Friday Night Lights. And I said this to Van when we did the video about it the last time. I didn't 100% know he had this one in him. I think there's stuff he's doing in this movie, and I feel like Wesley's going to zag on this. There's stuff he's doing in the movie that I didn't think he could do. First of all, to play twins, I just think is like a whole other level of hard acting. I don't like to be able to just do that on a set every day.
Mm-hmm.
I felt like the twins were slightly different in ways that the more I watch the movie, I can recognize them. And I just think there's a presence with him. He nails the dialect. There's a physicality to him. It's like all the stuff he's good at. And it's just like perfect for him. And I was just really happy for him because I like him.
Well, it's a movie star role.
Yeah.
And so he needed it insofar. Every actor that's going to be a movie star needs one just like that. It's a movie star role. It's a movie where if that character doesn't work, if those characters don't work, you don't have a movie. Right?
It's different. And by the way, this is the movie we always wanted Will Smith to make, right? During his entire prime? Like something that actually really said something?
Kind of movie star.
It's a different thing though, because Will Smith can do.
He could charisma
He's
his way
differently
through
charismatic.
I know, but I think Will Smith thought like Ali would be his version of this movie, and it just isn't.
No, but he does like so many other things that I find. I don't know.
I didn't mean to attack Will Smith, but you know what I mean?
I hear what you mean.
What I mean is this movie shows Mike gets to be a little sinister. He gets to be smooth. He gets to be vulnerable. What you're essentially talking about, from my perspective, is every movie star needs a film where they show their entire range of talents. Like everything that they could do.
It's kind of like Leo and Wolf of Wall Street, to be honest. Like he didn't need it, but he kind of needed it.
Really?
Yeah.
Wolf of Wall Street?
Yes.
Interesting.
Okay.
At that particular moment in time, you think he needed
Yeah,
it?
because that and The Revenant combined, I think, raised him to just a different stratosphere.
Yeah, but I think
and he was already doing great.
This is slightly different because at the point at which Leonardo
already
DiCaprio makes Wolf of Wall Street, he'd done Django, right? Like one of the weirdest performances anybody's ever asked him to give. Yeah. I feel like he's already done enough conventional movie star work.
I'm just talking about a specific moment in somebody's career when there's a shift and you can feel it and they've elevated in some way.
This,
you know what I mean?
To me, well, the additional tragedy here, the extra narrative tragedy of this movie is that the reason that we're talking about whether Michael B. Jordan needed this part or like needed this movie to work in some way is that there isn't a lot for him to be doing as a movie star right now anyway.
Well,
right?
Part of that was his fault, though. He does 2 more Creed movies. He tried, like, it's funny because we talked about this when I did Power with them 10 years ago about let's map out the next 10 years. You got to do a legal movie. You got to do buddy cop movie. You got to do your action movie. So he did his revenge movie Without Remorse.
Yeah.
He did the legal movie Just Mercy. did Fahrenheit 451. That was like his weird sort of science fiction-y movie. So he's checking the boxes,
He's
but none
looking
of
for
them,
it. Yeah.
none of them really hit like this. And this just goes
But I
in a
don't think
different way.
I just think that the industry was changing under his feet, right?
Right.
Like those movies did not work because of him. I mean, Just Mercy, I mean, I don't think the movie is great, but I mean, there's so many deep and moving things in that movie, like Rob Morgan and Jamie Foxx. I mean, you just need him. Michael B. Jordan to me is like a Robert Redford, right? He's not the greatest actor. He is extremely handsome and alluring. There's something about Michael B. Jordan
Charismatic.
that makes you want to know what else is going on in there. And every once in a while, some movie or some co-star will bring that out of him. It has to be brought out because he's not going to give it to you. Somebody's got to like lure it from him, which is why it's so interesting that he keeps working with Ryan Coogler, because that is the guy who can push who seems to be able to push Michael B. Jordan into these really interesting zones of both as an actor and consequently, not that he, I don't know if he knows he's a movie star, but he's got the thing that we want from a person that we would classify as a movie star.
So I was talking to somebody, I was talking to Kalika last night, and she was talking about F1. And she was just like, I don't know, I just like Brad Pitt. She's like, I just like watching Brad Pitt and stuff. Like Brad Pitt she goes, Damson is so beautiful and he's such a good actor, but he's in a scene with Brad Pitt and you're looking at Brad Pitt and you're just going like, you know, whatever. Don't make jokes about my girl like looking at Brad Pitt. Okay, it's okay. It's okay.
Really seems like she was looking.
Okay,
Van seems fine with it, Bill.
I'm just looking out for
let
you.
it
I just see.
happen.
I just
looking
see,
out for you.
Okay, I just see what you're doing over there. But and she
Watch
goes,
out for Kalika.
and she goes, she goes, Brad Pitt just has, I don't know. I was like, do you know what he has? And she goes, what? I'm like, he has it. And there's really no way to really articulate it, but some people have it. Some actors have this thing to where you go, hey, I like this scene because this gal is in it. They have it.
It doesn't matter what
I think
you're watching
you and
them
I,
do.
this is the one thing we've talked about probably the most since I've gotten to know you in the last 14 years. It's how do you determine whether somebody has it or not?
So this is my
and
thing.
Hollywood is trying to push it all the time, but it's like you either have it or you don't.
You can't.
just
You
do.
can't make me think.
It's
you
like
have
with the
it if you
NBA,
don't.
like who's the face of the NBA? It's
you
like
won't have
you
to
don't
ask
know.
the question when that face makes itself.
Yeah, we'll know when the face
we'll know when
arrives.
that happens. So
And it's not Shea Gilgeous Alexander, unfortunately.
Okay, all right. Now
No, it's just not.
Mike.
We'll know when it arrives.
Mike.
It's Anthony. Come on, what are we doing here?
Well,
There's one person. It's Anthony.
It's hopefully
Edwards.
Anthony.
Hopefully, he definitely has it. Mike has it.
Yep.
But even when you have that,
This is important.
even when you have that, you need a very flavorful creative gumbo, and you need the director or the creative that knows how to utilize it. And there have been very few guys that have been able to get there without somebody going, I know which role this guy needs. Does Tom Cruise need to smile his way through a movie, or is it, yo, homie, is that my briefcase? And so with Mike, but either one of them, right? Both of those scenes, like Maverick smiling bright in 1986 or whatever, you go, wow. But at the same time, the guy in Collateral, he's magnetic in the same way. Mike, this was the role for him to display the fact that he is a magnetic, unforgettable screen talent. And he brings it every single time.
It's one of the first times.
De Niro and Scorsese is a good example of this, right? I think De Niro happens anyway, but he catches Scorsese at the perfect point of his life.
Right.
And that elevates it.
I think, though, there's a couple things, right? I mean, what we talk about when we talk about both the it and the star maintenance is at bats, right?
Yeah.
How many times do you get to go up to the plate and like swing at some pitches? And increasingly now, people's batting averages are based on way fewer at bats. And so when you get up to the plate now, it really matters a lot more how good your swing is. And I just don't think that Michael B. Jordan has had enough at bats. I mean, I've been saying, and I still kind of feel this way. Like I don't have enough data. I still
Even
don't
after
feel
Sinners?
like, well, no. I mean, I think that, but the question is what happens next,
But he's still
right?
He's still what, 38, 39?
Yeah.
I think he's under 40 still.
Yeah,
So this
oh,
is
yeah.
going to be, this should be the peak of his career
But
starting right now.
again, I just
These
gotta
next
say,
5
we are
years.
talking about, I feel like we're talking about this as though it's like 1999 or even 2010. What, like, if the movie isn't going to win him an Academy Award, or it's not gonna make $450 million at the North American box office in 2.5 months, that middle zone where the movie star is tested and the movie stardom is given a workout, that doesn't exist.
Well,
right?
do we think he can win an Oscar for this?
No.
I think he'll be nominated.
I
He'll
think
definitely be nominated.
I think he could be nominated. But no, I don't. But again,
A nomination.
I would bet anything he gets
I think
nominated.
he will be nominated.
Bet it.
I'll bet
I
that
don't-
right
I
now.
don't disagree.
Like, let me tell you something. You better get nominated. If you guys think 1992 out here was bad,
I mean-
it's like he better get
yeah,
nominated.
I mean, that's the way that I've been thinking about this.
No, this
Like,
movie's gonna.
Yeah.
This movie will win for score, and we haven't even seen 5 months of movies, but it will win
Well,
for
there
score.
aren't the news. The news
Coogler
here
has a real
is
chance.
there. What are we talking about? Like, there's like 20 movies left to come out before,
And a
between
lot
now
of
and the
great
end of the
ones too,
year.
and there've been some really good ones. But what I'm saying is that
He'll probably get nominated.
Well,
This
I'm
is
saying
like
that right there is just so insanely important for him in his career. We go back and we talk about Ali. Ali was not what Will would have thought that it would have been from the standpoint of, number one, the quality of the movie. I like it.
We're doing
But-
on the rewatchables at some point. We both like it.
Okay, like I like it. I get that people for whatever
It didn't
reason,
quite
it's
get
weird.
there.
I
It
didn't
was-
quite- I like the movie. I've
It tried to
always
do
liked
too
the
much.
movie. But when you
there's
saw
some great stuff in that.
Great,
movie.
great,
when
great
you saw Will
sequences.
Smith nominated for an Academy Award, it was like, oh, okay. I didn't know that was a thing. It was a thing. It was a big deal for his career that him and Michael Mann got together and made a movie that rose to the critical reception to where he could have been nominated for an Academy
Well, he should
Award.
have got nominated for 6 Degrees of
He
Separation.
definitely should have got nominated for it. But he was
You know
just-
who
it
else
was too
has been
early for him.
nominated? Ryan Coogler.
Yeah.
39 years old. There's a class of directors. I wanted to throw this at Wesley. Coogler, Chazelle, Greta Gerwig, Chloe Zhao, Sean Baker, Robert Eggers, Ari Aster, maybe the Safdies. I don't know how you feel about that.
That's
I
no
think-
reason to like kick them out of the club.
Cord's only
Cord
made
Jefferson.
one movie but I think he's
Jordan
has a chance to be in
Peele.
this group. Well, he's older. Jordan Peele's 46.
Oh, I see. Under 40.
These are all like
okay.
late
Cord's
30s.
Cord's 43.
Yeah, these are late 30s, early 40s.
But he
And
just
then
made
you
his
could
first movie.
you could shoehorn Jordan in that too, even though he's
I'd
46.
say Trey Schultz is probably in this
Yeah,
conversation.
but it's
right.
bigger point is we
Cord might
have
be
like
better
a
than
real
all those
class of
guys.
creatives
Shout out Cord.
that I don't feel like, we talk about the 70s, you romanticize like these different eras of directors. I think it exists now.
But again, like we're still well, there's two things happening, right?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, Coogler, even if you look at the crazy thing about this movie is look at what this man has done. Like he is from the standpoint of what this town cares about. Like
Oh, he
he's
the
made
man.
these people so much money.
He the man. He on some Spielberg shit though.
Right.
Like,
This is what I'm talking
Yeah.
about, right?
No, he's
like,
probably the best commercial director we've had in a while.
And just all of these hits in a row, just all of this money, they're printing money off him.
he hasn't missed yet.
Yeah.
Right? He hasn't missed yet. And I don't think that people think of him as a person who hasn't missed yet.
No,
I think that
they
the way
should.
we've been talking about this movie, it proves it.
yeah.
Right? I think that one thing that's really important here, and this is kind of both the point and beside the point. This movie came out in the spring, a dusty time traditionally anyway for movie releases. It comes out in the spring as a big hit. It's got ideas, but it's not a movie that was being sold as being an ideas movie. It was sold as a vampire movie that you had to wait an hour to get the vampires. And people stayed and then they kept going back.
I do think there was a buzz to it leading up to it. I think Coogler had reached a point where it's like, Coogler has a vampire movie. This is
my
happening.
point is not that. And they were selling us Michael B. Jordan in a tank top. So like, I'm in line.
Yeah.
But the point is, well, why are we pretending that what's happening isn't happening?
The movie is filled with gorgeous people.
I mean,
beautiful people. They're beautiful people in the movie.
You're giving us Miles and Michael. I didn't even know Miles could act.
I don't think anyone knew Miles could act.
Yeah.
He never
Well, I
acted.
mean, as a musician, like
we
he
was.
wasn't unknown to me. But
Oh, look at Wesley fucking dropping.
I don't. I mean, I'm not. Like,
I know about Miles.
Like, don't know that.
He was on my blues Reddit board.
But anyway, I feel like this movie was advertising something to me that was very appealing and not that hard to understand.
Yeah.
Michael B. Jordan probably killing a bunch of vampires or zombies.
But
I
what's
couldn't
funny
tell.
is the movie
But-
was so good, you forgot about the vampire part the first time you're watching it
Yes.
for 40 plus minutes.
Yeah.
And then when we finally have a vampire, it's like, oh shit, I forgot.
We talked about this when we talked about the film before a little bit, but there was one thing where I realized, obviously, because me and Sean were going crazy over this. When Coogler was able to successfully give a 10-minute dissertation on how the film should be watched, why he shot it
Yeah.
in 70 or IMAX or whatever, list off all the, and that bitch got to like 15 million views. I watched every second of a 10-minute video about a director telling me the best way to watch his movie.
That was Fantasy's version of a Diddy freak off. He just had, he was covered in baby oil watching it, just going nuts, dressed in all white.
Oh my God.
Going nuts.
So I'm like, oh, this shit different. And by the way, he is not in any way giving the audience a break. This is the thing that I like about what he does. Now, he's not giving you a break. He's making you come to these ideas, these heady ideas, because they're too delicious for you to pass up on. He's saying, look, shoot it like this. This is 5 perf. This is 15. This is this. This is that. This is the different things. Blah, 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 blah. And people went for it. That made people more excited to go see the movie in the more expensive format.
Yep.
In the format that was going to drive the box office of the movie up.
It's incredibly filmed and directed. They film it for IMAX. The famous one-shot scene with Sammy's song. They couldn't actually, with the IMAX, they couldn't actually just do the Scorsese nightclub one-shot all the way through because the cameras, so they had to like somehow stitch it together and make it seem like a one-shot. But it was all stuff designed for this has to look as cool as fucking possible.
It still feels panoramic anyway.
It's amazing.
I want to come back to what I was saying about the directors and what has changed. I feel like the industry we are now more reliant. This industry is now more reliant on people that it sort of took for granted for years and years to give it credibility, which is basically our tour of filmmakers, right? Like these people are now more important than they ever were to some studios' bottom line.
So you want Joel Schumacher
domestically.
to start making movies again?
Well, listen, if
He's going to come back.
If he could be, if we
He's
could,
one of
if
the
he could be
vampires.
revived. But I mean, I do think for as like bad as the Joel Schumacher movie was as a movie, he really understood something about American popular culture, right? He understood what
He
a
wasn't
movie
on
star
tour.
could do.
He spoke to Van and I.
I liked it.
8mm too?
Oh.
8mm.
I mean,
The Lost Boys.
this is what I'm saying. Like, I mean, we don't have a Joel Schumacher now.
Yeah.
We don't have anything like a Joel Schumacher. What a luxury to not like a Joel Schumacher movie now.
We're behind schedule, so I got to move to Preacher Boy quick. Sammy Moore, who learns how to please women from Stack.
There you go.
He learns how to stand up for himself from Smoke. He learns how cruel the world could be from Delta Slim. And he learns that religion doesn't necessarily make you a good person from Remick. He takes all of these lessons, has a great blues career, opens a club called Perlene's, has some scratches on his face, but other than that, goes through. And I guess we're supposed to believe he was one of the best blues musicians.
Yeah.
That's how they're setting it up, right? Like he's one of like the guys, but he's played by Miles Caton, who I knew nothing about when I saw this movie. I had no idea the backstory. It's his first movie ever. Coogler and his casting director get audition tapes from all over the world because he's like, this movie fails unless I find the right person. And they're just, everyone's sending him stuff. And Miles sent him something. He was like 18. Coogler didn't know he was a child prodigy. Son of a gospel singer, been performing his whole, life basically, but wasn't famous. And Coogler knew right away, this is it. 20 years from now, this might be more of a Miles Caton movie than we're discussing now. If he becomes like, I guess the question is, what's the ceiling for this dude? Because he's fucking awesome in this movie.
Yeah, but
I don't know what happens with him.
it's I don't have to keep beating this drum, but like, what are the moves? Like, give him the work. Let the screenplay.
But maybe he's just a musician,
open the
though.
Screenplay floodgate and let him.
But maybe this is the only time he acts in a movie. I don't like something will happen to him. I just don't know what it's going to be.
I'll tell you this: anytime Miles Caton's coming to town, the ticket's been bought. You know what I mean?
Because if you watch him actually in concert, like he's, he tones it down for Preacher Boy, but he's a charismatic performer.
Yeah.
They don't make him like this. They stopped making him like this 50 years ago. I don't know where he came from.
Stop making him like this.
Well, I'm saying like he's like out of like three other eras.
50 years ago? Okay. So they stopped making him
Such
like
a dick.
So there is the stinger, the mid credits, and then there's the stinger. And the stinger, he just picks up his guitar and he starts singing. And I'm like, what the fuck is this?
I thought they were dubbing his voice the first time I saw it. I was like, how is this voice coming out of this kid?
Did you like the look on Stack's face when he had never heard Preacher Boy
In
sing?
the car. There's that great
That's
moment.
the same way that I felt. And by the way, you can get somebody in there to sing them songs. Had he had a lot of acting before this?
Never.
No.
And that is phenomenal.
Phenomenal performance. And I'm glad you mentioned that because that's my favorite moment in this whole movie. In that final scene when he's talking about Preacher Boy's voice and they have the flashback of him hearing it in the car. And now it cuts back and he's the vampire in 1992. And it's just really good. Like Coogler's just good at stuff.
Yeah. I mean, but that moment, there are those two moments. There are two really. Well, we can talk about it when we get to
all right, we'll
picking
keep
this.
going. Ludwig Göransson. I think that's how you say it.
Göransson.
Ludwig Göransson?
Göransson.
I don't know. I'm going to mess it up. He's already won 2 Oscars.
Yeah.
He did Creed, Black Panther, Tenet, Oppenheimer, Sinners. He's doing The Odyssey. So when you're Ryan Coogler's guy and Chris Nolan's guy,
Yeah, you're the man.
it's a good place to be.
And Ryan and Chris seem like they have a good relationship. I first heard him. He was very instrumental on one of my favorite albums of 2010, which was
it Childish Gambino? Yeah.
Because the Internet.
Yeah.
Oh,
Childish Gambino, when Donald was still finding himself as a musician, and he drops this weird, brilliant, avant-garde, really sort of masterpiece. And that's when I first heard of Lil Wayne. I didn't even realize he was as into the movie stuff as he was until about 3 years ago.
I'd only know. Well, I mean, I guess I didn't.
3 or 4 years ago.
he's basically like New Wave John Williams.
Yeah, I
he's
didn't
like,
connect
yeah,
the
he's that
dots
guy.
between the Donald Glover, the Childish Gambino stuff, and the movie stuff.
Yeah.
Because there's such different. I mean, these two worlds have. I mean, to the ear, have nothing to do with each other, right?
And he got a lot of direction from Coogler because Coogler had all these sounds in his head for the scenes. And one of them was, he kept thinking of Metallica.
Mm-hmm.
And he wanted like a certain couple moments in the movies to kind of kick in almost like a Metallica song would. So they figured all of it out.
It's so interesting the way rock music ideas figure into how we're supposed to understand tragedy and horror in this movie.
Yeah.
And I think it's such a bold choice because it's so not explicitly, those chords aren't black rock and roll chords. Those chords are metal chords, right? I mean, you can do a tree that gets you from Black Sabbath to the Delta Blues, but
Certainly, yeah.
but those chords themselves, when you're just kind of banging them out like that, I mean, they're not banged out, but they're essentially familiar from another zone of American popular music, right? Or, just popular music in general. And they're used here in this world of exploitation, like forced collaboration. The way that different musical styles are functioning here is really kind of hard to sort of map out and process, because they're just kind of presented, and I'm still not sure, for instance, what to make of the Irish jig that happens in the middle of the movie that turns into kind of like a grungy mosh pit situation, where like really what we're looking at is a kind of Nirvana concert, honestly. And the way that the turned club goers who are now Remick acolytes have essentially become moshers alongside this guy, while also,
like Limp Bizkit.
Well, I mean, actually, that's not wrong.
But I think, first of all, I love that scene. I think two things are happening. One, Remick has his own culture. That's the first thing. It's not devoid of culture.
It's definitely cultural.
Yeah, like he has his own culture. And number two, once they are in with him, they've completely lost any autonomy or objectivity.
Right.
They are loving everything that he is doing. He is the best dancer they have ever seen. He is the best singer that they have ever seen. Like, they're the people who they were just before they got bit are completely gone. Like, all the soul that they had, all their culture, their outlook, everything is gone. They are just, the only way to be close to him is complete, uncompromising worship and oneness. He will accept nothing else.
Well, what's really interesting? There's that moment where the last person I think we see get turned is the Omar Benson Miller character, who was supposed to be watching the door and keeping everybody from, he didn't know he was keeping vampires out, but if he hadn't gone to take that piss,
cornbread.
This might not have happened. But when he gets turned, the only time we see this happen in the movie, he is prone on the ground and he sits up and he goes, oh,
like he just woke up.
Like he just got woke.
Yep.
And it is
Peabody Pulitzer.
Yes,
Peabody Pulitzer moment. Should be a category.
Wesley's
Peabody Pulitzer moment.
Peabody Pulitzer moment.
Anyway, the point is, like, that to me is obvious. It's deep, but also opening up this other line of argument about Blackness, what freedom looks like, right? Because at this point, Remick has made his pitch, right? You got to join us over here. Yeah. We're about love and peace and freedom. And, to paraphrase our current president, when he was talking to try to get Black people to come vote for Blacks and Latinos to come vote for him, he's like, what do y'all got to lose?
Got to lose.
You can't do worse.
The Klan's about to come get you. Like,
come join us in living death. It's better over here than whatever's about to happen to y'all tomorrow. Because he would have known about this too, because he turned a Klansman, one of the minstrels to show up at the club.
He tells him, like, that motherfucker is his uncle. Like, this whole place is a tomb anyway. It's like, this is a big funeral. Like, you guys, that you don't have a future here. Your only future is with me. You're precisely right.
Couple actors we have to mention quick. Hailee Steinfeld.
Yeah.
Josh Allen's wife.
Josh Allen's wife.
Oh, that's right.
He got married real quick after this movie. He married her real quick.
He liked it down fast.
He didn't want.
Did they speed it up and they changed the date?
Like, she was immersed in a new audience there.
Right.
Yeah,
And he was
like,
like,
I'm knocking this
nah.
down right
He
now.
saw her with Michael B one time and was like, "We need to get married fast."
Yeah,
I need to get
he's
her.
like, there's not a lot of people I can lose my
Right.
my future wife to, but there's one.
Yeah.
MBJ. She's great. I've always liked her. Always
like
had stock.
ridiculously talented.
I love
Yes.
that just 17. I thought she was really good in that movie, but she's just always been good.
and
I love her vibe, everything. I love how she lays back in the last scene when they catch up with Sammy.
Oh yeah, because she doesn't have any
She's
lines.
just, she's
all
just
presence.
all presence, and it actually works. But I think this movie's a huge win for her.
I gotta say, when she gets off I mean, most rewatchable scene, when she gets off the train, her first scene, she gets off the train, she comes over, Sammy sees her coming, and I guess Smoke sees, or Stack sees that he's there, that she's there, and the kid's like, "Yo, what are you?" And she walks up and she's like, "So you gonna fuck me, and then never call me?" Or like,
I have the line.
What is it?
I heard you loud and clear, but then you stuck your tongue in my coos and
Yeah.
fucked me so hard. I figured you'd change
your
your mind.
mind.
Yeah, I mean, talk about the blues.
Yeah.
I mean,
Coming in hot.
she delivered.
Yeah.
that
Dan,
motherfucker.
there is a way she like. I'm sorry,
Dan,
I
wanna
hate
do
to
it?
put it this way. If you give that line to Kim Basinger, who I could have believed would take a part like this once upon a time, and we would just accept
She
it.
doesn't nail it.
She doesn't like.
Van, go ahead.
This
Just
person lives in the
want to put her
line.
in?
White Girl Hall of Fame?
Yeah.
No, okay. So
But complicated.
because you
She's
know
a
this,
Negro.
right? We found out some things about her.
So what Hall of
Why
Fame
you
does
put
she
it
go
like
in?
that?
I'm because I'm trying to break the news to Bill.
Oh, okay.
You know,
You just lost
you
one.
lost one. She's like,
What did we find out?
she's what is it? Her grandfather is black or half black or something like that.
Her father, I
Oh,
think.
interesting.
Something like that. Yeah, something.
Yeah,
There's
all right.
something there. So what I'm saying
All right,
is,
I'll cancel the ceremony.
Yeah.
Well, now you got to have a different ceremony.
She was great. Delroy Lindo. Almost did this as my hottest take. Is it possible the two greatest roles of his career have happened in his late 60s, early 70s?
Are you thinking about the Spike Lee movie?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Talking about the Five Bloods.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Whether you like that movie or not,
I do not.
it's an awesome part.
it's
I was
a-
looking back at all of the parts he's played, trying to figure out what his best parts were.
So you got West Indian Archie, which I love. You
From
got
He's been in a
Malcolm X.
lot of stuff over the years.
he's been in a-
Clockers.
Clockers
Clockers.
is a great role from him. You remember Clockers, right?
Yeah.
The dad.
That's why I didn't
The
do it as
dad
hottest take.
in-
I couldn't carry it.
in Crooklyn.
But this one was Delta Slim's pretty great.
Yes.
Get Shorty. That's
Oh
really
yeah.
good. Delroy Lindo.
Ooh,
Get-
sexy Delroy.
Get like that's really good. What's the point of being in LA if you're not in the movie business? Like I love Get Shorty. Have y'all done Get Shorty yet? Rewatchables yet?
Haven't done that one yet.
So good.
Yeah.
So good.
Could be an Elmore Leonard month.
Weirdly timeless too, strangely. But the thing I love about this performance is that it is funny. Like he seems to be completely unashamed of two of the grossest lines in the movie,
Yeah.
or like most ridiculous lines in the movie anyway. But he gives the most powerful, one of the more powerful moments in the movie is the speech after they pick him up. He's recruited basically to perform in the club because he's Delta royalty.
Yeah.
Everybody knows who he is.
You need him at the juke.
Yeah.
And it's Sammy. What's his character's name again?
Delta Slim.
Delta Slim.
And
Smoke.
Stack. They're in the car together, and he gives a speech about essentially that aligns the blues with lynching, essentially. And there's a way in which he delivers he tells a story about somebody who got lynched, essentially. I'll cut it short. But the way that Delroy Lindo delivers it, it is its own blues. It stands in for the development of a history of an aspect of this music. but not the whole music. Because another thing I love about this movie is that it is blues as a cultural experience, as experienced by people who danced to this music, because this was dance music for us.
Right.
And it was a whole life of joy and excitement and just jubilation. It wasn't just my baby left me and I don't know what I'm gonna do. This was club music. And I think that the story that he tells in that car is a really crystal clear allegory or parable for how the music as an art, how a wing of the music as a sort of cultural expression and the expression of a circumstance comes to be. You almost don't really, if you never heard another song in this movie, you'd be okay, because that story as delivered by Delroy Lindo is so powerful. And I believe, I can't remember now, does he play? I think he sings a little bit at the end of the speech.
Yeah.
While they're in the car.
Well, he's banging on the car door
With his harmonica.
Yeah. I mean, that is a great scene.
He's one of those guys, when he pops in the movie, you're just happy to see him.
Yep.
Say, hey.
Yep.
Jack O'Connell. This is a really big movie for him, and I think he gets nominated too.
Interesting.
I think it's going to be, the nominations are going to be interesting for this movie.
Because
we didn't even talk about Annie yet, because she's also really good.
Oh, she is a force. Women Wasako. She's of all the characters in all the movies that legitimately reminded me of the women that I grew up around. This was the one. Like, my mother and other people, or my sister, hoodoo practitioners. I don't know if you knew that.
We've discussed.
Right. they do root work.
I was waiting for Van to dive into Annie.
Yeah,
figured you had some Annies in your life.
Yeah, I was waiting to dive into Annie too. And so what I'm saying is, and there's something else about this. That is a beautiful, sexy woman.
I mean,
and Hollywood has turned their back on the brilliant beauty of a Black woman in, I don't want to say her natural form, because Black women are natural and beautiful in all different types of way, but that type of Black women, we love them. And when a lot of people were like, when I first saw her and Smoke in that scene together, I heard some people on the line have been like I thought that was like Smoke's mom. I saw some people saying that.
Yeah, you've been poisoned by the movies.
Not the uninitiated.
You've been brainwashed by Hollywood.
Like right away, you could see that a man like that in that situation had a woman like that. And really, she grounds his character. Look at small things.
She makes his performance more interesting.
Absolutely.
100%.
Look at small things in the movie. Like, you would think that the movie would be dripping with misogynoir if you're talking about male and female dynamics in the movie, right? When Remick is at when Cornbread is at the door and he is talking to Smoke, she goes, "Don't talk to him, talk to me." And Smoke doesn't interrupt her. Smoke doesn't get in the way. Whenever Annie speaks, Smoke knows
she's
that
in
she
charge.
is speaking with love and wisdom.
Yeah.
Right.
And
authority.
Yeah. And he and he defers to that. And he is accepting and appreciative of that. Just very authentic and beautiful. And something else I'll say about the movie is the love story in the movie that everybody was talking about was, or the coupling of the movie that everyone was talking about was the coupling between Stack and Mary, which has its own.
That's a whole other Hollywood history
in the movie, right?
American history,
the whole deal. But when the relationship that, even from a chemistry standpoint, that grounded this movie to me was Smoking Annie.
I mean, just think about, I don't know. This is probably answerable if you just called these three people up on the phone. But I mean, Coogler knows the whole history of like large Black women in Hollywood. What a woman who is built like Annie would be doing in a movie, because we have 100 years of that archetype doing that work, often for the laughter of an audience. I mean, the limitations placed on Black women to only do service work, because they were dark skinned, because they were full figured. Thick women had one job in the movies, and it was to serve a white person in a uniform, or to do that work in some other guise, but essentially you're doing service work. And here, that club, she is running that club. She is trying to heal from a terrible thing that happened to her. The thing that I love about this performance is it's capacious enough to sort of convey the authority, but also the hurt, the vulnerability. She's the person who knows she knows what's going to happen. And she's like, you know what? Don't turn me.
Right.
Kill me.
Right.
The character is like, I'd rather die, but
This was my son's biggest nitpick with the movie was he didn't understand how Annie knew everything right away. Like how she knew immediately, oh, these are vampires. And I was like, no, there
Her
are
deal.
people like this.
Yeah,
like
she's-
she fucking knows shit. Like you just have to go with it, Ben.
So
She's like, come on, she would know that right away that this is, and I was like, yeah, she actually would.
man,
But this is my annoying 17-year-old.
like, just real quick, my dad would argue with my mom to a point, and then he would just leave the house. And I'd be like, yo, where you at? He'd be like, son, what you don't understand is that your mama and your grandmama is some hoodooers. And I ain't about to stand here
I don't want no hex.
for the next 4 hours and get hoodooed by these women over no cable TV. Like, he would be so on edge about it. He'd be like, did you walk outside and see cracked eggshells all over the front? He's like, that was for me. Your mama trying to hoodoo me. And he would be gone for like a day or two. So, but when you had a question about, if you were scared or like if you would go to them, you would go to these women and they would give you spiritual and energetic
And
answers.
we see her, like there's a kid who's like, when he gets to her for the first time, there's some kids whose mother basically sent the kid over to Annie's to like,
buy some stuff. Yeah.
Yep.
She's great. $100 million budget for this movie. It made $366 million and counting. Second highest grossing original
Is that
horror.
North America or globally?
That's gotta be global.
That's
That's
globally.
everything.
Yeah.
Second highest grossing original horror film domestically, behind The Sixth Sense.
Oh, interesting.
Number 2 of all time.
Okay.
Pretty good.
Was the Sixth Sense rated R? It was, right? Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah, had to be.
Okay.
I would think.
Yeah.
Bruce Willis was alive in the end. Spoiler.
Oh,
Tough.
Wow. We're still doing that, huh?
Tough beat. Tough beat for everyone that hadn't seen it.
Roger Ebert has been long gone. Do you want to hear ChatGPT's?
Oh, no. Come on.
This
We ain't about to replace Roger Ebert with ChatGPT.
Do you want to know what ChatGPT thinks Roger Ebert would have said or no?
Sure.
I'm into it.
All right, let's try it.
If Roger Ebert had reviewed Sinners, his review would have likely been a bold, heartfelt appraisal, blending admiration for its audacity with a critical eye for its unruly ambition. Expect something like 3.5 to 3 3/4 stars. In true Ebert form, Sinners dazzles, it overwhelms. It's a movie you must see for its sound and energy and invention. Go in, ready for the ride.
Wow.
I felt a little Roger Ebert-y.
Yeah, a little bit. Little.
Shout out to ChatGPT.
I mean-
Wow. Here
And
we
the
go.
AI that's going to take over all of us when we're all dead and the rewatchables is still happening with AI avatars of our voices. I can't wait.
It's really...
Let's take a break and we'll do the categories.
Right.
Most rewatchable scene. Smoke goes downtown, shoots a thief, makes a deal. We talked about the two sides. All of that is mesmerizing.
Yeah, I like that.
The train scene we already talked about. Preacher Boy meets Perline. Hailee comes in hot. I like that whole, this doesn't happen in movies all the time when the hero, a girl from the past, and they pop in, and just when you see the life sink from their body for a second, like, oh boy, this is going to be good. Oh, all right. I'll put my seatbelt on for this. Something's happening.
Now, something interesting about that scene. First of all, when they're introducing both of those guys, because essentially what these two scenes are, they introduce Smoke with his gun. They introduce Stack with his mouth, because that's each person's respective superpower. Smoke is your enforcer and your protector. Stack is your smooth talker. You think that Stack is afraid of Annie because she's white, but that's not really why he is afraid
Not
of her.
Annie.
Oh, excuse
Mary.
me.
Mary.
Mary. You think that Stack is afraid of Mary because she's white, but that's not really why he's afraid of her. He's afraid of her because he's in love with her. And he doesn't want to have to confront the feelings that he has for her, and the fact that he abandoned her and used the fact that she was white.
Oh, interesting.
Like the fact that he ran out and used the fact that they couldn't have what they were supposed to have as the reason why he did it. And that becomes very, very, very apparent as the movie goes on, and as she continuously pokes and prods him about the fact that you don't have to be scared, you don't have to be scared, you don't have to be scared. And it starts right there.
Yeah. I mean, interesting.
We
It's a good
didn't
scene.
mention, it's a quick one, and the research on it's more interesting, but when we first see the twins and they do the cigarette trick, that was apparently very complicated, but it could be, it's a borderline mini scene for most rewatchable, but the science of having Stack light the smoke and then doing the lighters.
Oh yeah, I see what you mean.
But having one actor do that and make it seem like it was two was like the hardest thing they had to do in the entire movie.
Wow.
Yeah, I'll go
Okay.
through that in a second.
Split screen technology still it's still hard to do it.
It's the best it's ever been, but really hard. Vampire Rope-a-Dope, poor Bert, never had a chance. When our guy,
what's Vampire Rope-a-Dope? I don't know what you're talking about.
when Remick, when he when he
when he
eats
gets
the
inside their
couple.
house.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. They had it coming.
I'm giving this a special "Okay, motherfucker" award for the exact moment when the movie goes up a notch.
Oh, when Remick drops out? Oh,
Yeah,
for sure. Without a doubt.
when he takes out the two vampires. Sammy sings. This is the best scene in the movie, other than the ending for me. This is my my number 2 most rewatchable.
I want to know what Wesley thinks about that particular scene.
This whole scene, when they bring in just the way it's shot, the camera angles, everything. I think it's just a mesmerizing
Still
5 minutes.
Incredibly
I just think
polarizing. This is a very polarizing.
I just think it's incredibly rewatchable to watch, but I also understand the cases against it. So go ahead.
I just wanted the whole song uninterrupted by the weight of the future and the past. I just didn't. I didn't like. That sequence is so up my alley. That is my entire intellectual project, right?
Yeah.
One of the things I care most about as a critic, and for me not to like it, something is going wrong.
Didn't like it?
No, I didn't. First of all,
interesting. Even with how inventive it was.
To say it for the fourth time in this conversation, I love that song, right?
Yeah.
And I was falling in love with that song, and that the performance of the song, and just the way it's shot. And then all of a sudden, it's always gonna be one of the strangest things, even when I've seen this movie 10 times, which is when the twerking starts. Who's first? Is it the twerker?
No,
it's
the first.
Oh, it's the guitar player. It's the
guitar player.
It's the not
record scratcher
it's the guy who's
guys in
dressed
there.
like Bootsy, but is playing the electric guitar. And you're just like, wait, what is that? Andre 3000? What is going on right now?
It's all the ghosts from the past and present, Wesley.
Why are you explaining? Okay, keep explaining it to me. I think that the thing that it did not work as a sequence to me. The argument is beautiful. I love the argument, right?
You like what it's trying to say.
I love the thing that it's arguing for and asserting is definitely true and powerful about this particular person and this particular piece of music. I am curious about why this song, Love It As I Do, is the thing that does the unlocking. You almost convinced me why earlier, but I don't know. I'm one of the people who just found it to be
Typical
excessive.
fucking
Also,
internet guy.
Sorry.
Peabody Pulitzer.
Peabody Pulitzer now on Reddit.
Peabody
an anonymous
Pulitzer.
name.
Also,
killing Ryan Coogler.
The breadth of this history that is being conjured up in this scene is both generous but also kind of confusing. You know, Chinese folk singers, the amount of African artists that we're seeing, it's generous to a fault in some way. But there's a part of me that's like, oh, Wesley, calm down. This is a beautiful thing.
Do you like watching it though?
It is arguing for a folkloric timelessness.
But what about the visual of it though? I like when the fucking roof comes off. Like landing on the vampire. Like I just thought all of it was so cool.
Much. Like, because what happens? What world are we in at this point?
But so
once the club burns
We're
down,
in Coogler's I just want to cook for 4 minutes.
So I have two thoughts. That's the first thought, and the second thought is that is supposed to be the scene where the movie becomes a supernatural fable. Kind of, it's earlier where Remick drops out of the sky. But the reason why that scene was so fantastical maybe is because that's the point that the movie becomes a supernatural fable. The vampires are woken up.
Yes.
And then the second thing I say is this.
No, that's a key point. You need it because we now move into the different part of the movie where now we're like, things are going to get fucking crazy.
I think my literal brain, though, go on.
I know, I get it. A lot of people felt it this way, by the way. But I think from also a philosophical standpoint, the movie means something from the creative standpoint, which that scene just means I'm going to do whatever the fuck I want to do.
That's fair.
Everything in this movie is exactly the way I wanted it. If you thought the movie was too on the nose with some of the messages, I'm sorry. If you thought the movie was too on the nose with this, I mean, he kills the Klan at the end. Actually, that scene to me seems a little bit more superfluous. I can never say that word.
I love the Klan murder.
I like it a lot. I love watching it. Yeah. But
why are you pointing at Bill?
but that scene seems like a scene that was just kind of like, okay, this happens almost for no reason. But also in this movie,
but there is a reason.
There is a reason. I get it, and it's a beautiful send off of Smoke.
There's a couple reasons though.
There is a reason, but what I'm saying is, and by the way, that's one of my most rewatchable scenes. I like.
It's coming up later.
But what I'm saying is, both scenes, all of this stuff is just we're making this movie exactly the way we want to make it, and if it was any less authentic, it wouldn't have been what it was. But a lot of people are back and forth with that scene.
I mean, we were calling it like a week after the movie, it was being called the scene.
Yeah.
And I knew immediately when people were texting me being like, okay, go. I was like, oh, I know what you're talking about. And it was immediately the thing that all the Black people in my life who were seeing the movie were just like, okay, what did it do it for you? And it really worked for some people. And it's
funny because maybe because I'm a white
for
person. I watched it more for the filmmaking part of it. And I just thought it was so cool how they did it. And I was more caught up in that.
I loved it.
I was like, fucking Coogler. Jesus Christ.
Sean saw the movie before me, a little bit before me. And
Sean
Fennessy?
Goes,
yeah, Fennessy, yeah. And Sean goes, there is one scene in the movie that as soon as you see it, I want to know what you thought.
Yeah.
And I thought it was something grotesque or I don't know. I thought maybe it was some kind of vampire abuse scene or something like that.
Yeah.
And I was like, when I was in the theater, I automatically knew that's what he was talking about.
But this is the thing.
Well, it's also a great movie theater scene
about this movie, though, right?
Yeah.
Like this is I'm going to say officially a vampire movie, but the scene is this amazing tribute to the power of Black music.
Yeah.
To lure the vampires, right?
Yeah.
Like the movie in the movie's understanding of itself does not exist without this scene. So, I mean, I know what it's doing and why it's there. I think maybe I would have preferred a musical number, right? Like maybe you get all these different, you get these drummers and DJs and twerkers and folk singers to like just devise a musical number for them instead of this more spectral, supernatural, metaphysical way of, I don't know. But again, like it is, I don't know if it's evenly divided, but there are as many people who think that scene is perfect as it is, as people like me who think there had to have been a better way to do it.
Can I have the final word?
Of course
I
you
support
can.
Ryan Coogler and I support true artists. I support artistic choices.
Oh my God.
This guy.
That is just so boy.
Now, you know what I love about it?
Is he on the other side of the door right now?
You know what I love about it? He knew it was going to be polarizing.
He
That's
knew it.
fucking why he
He
did
knew
it.
it.
And guess
He
what?
knew
I
it.
still love that directors are doing
Yeah,
that. Be like, you know what? I'm going to have this one scene. Some people are going to not like it. Some people are going to love it. And I'm just
sure
doing it.
it tested weird.
Yeah.
I'm sure
He
all
knew.
that
He got
stuff.
notes. I know he got a note.
yeah.
He got a note.
Yeah.
He got probably a lot of notes. But I would say I'm glad he didn't cut it. As a person who is often asked to remove things from things that I think are great and wish could stay. So you win some, you lose some. I think this was a hill he probably died on.
That's your fault because you don't work for the Ringer. Next rewatchable scene.
You really, okay, Zeus, keep throwing the lightning bolts.
The vampires get married
Yeah.
outside is a great scene with a really good jump scare.
Yeah, I love that moment. I love a moment where
The jump scare.
that
Little
is good-
Exorcist 3.
good
Shreya.
editing. But is it a jump scare or is it's even
First time I watched it, it
You
definitely
jump-
made
You
me.
mean
Yeah.
when he flies?
Yes.
Yeah.
Everybody in the theater went, oh,
Yeah.
fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
I
just
love
such a
that.
scary
It was
thing.
so good.
Yeah.
Everybody just like made a groan.
Yeah,
just
in
so-
the theater, it really worked.
It was just like, oh shit, she's fucked. Like
Yeah.
it's a scary thing.
But then but just let's think about like how well put together this movie is. You get that scene, like Remick floats down from the sky behind her, and it's a cut back to the club.
To the people
so
dancing.
Now you've
Yeah.
gotta wait.
Yeah.
How is she gonna what guise is she gonna appear in when she comes back to the club? It's the levels of suspense or the suspenses that are happening simultaneously here are really, really effective. And again, I was happy with the first hour. I didn't need any of this. So I'm having an experience now that is more stressful than what I think I signed up to have.
Mary kills Stack is the next one.
I mean, listen.
fucking crazy.
Wow.
Van would have taken it.
What?
If that kind of sex, but then afterwards you get bitten
I'm
and turn a
going-
vampire. You're
course.
signing
Van,
up.
I'm going like
I
I'm
mean,
going.
that's
You're
the
like,
power.
take it. Get right here.
That's why it
Smoke.
works.
Try not to do it a little lower so I can wear shirts over it.
Yeah, I'm going.
Yeah.
Smoke wasting no time.
Right.
Smoke wasting no time. That whole thing where this is what I love about the From Dusk Till Dawn, Tales from the Crypt Demon Night style, where vampires are on the outside, we're stuck in the inside movie.
Yeah.
I love the moment where everyone realizes that it's vampires. The moment where Salma Hayek turns and From Dusk Till Dawn to where everybody's like, fuck. Or like to where
That's what Annie says here. She's like, you ain't now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Says that to Cornbread after.
So
Like,
say it again.
yeah.
How she say it?
you ain't now. I said that incorrectly.
But like that moment in that room, Smoke doesn't know what to do.
Yeah.
Mary just killed Stack and just like the whole thing is
He
nuts.
says the best thing about me was him.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of that got me. That got me.
Well, you don't even think MBJ's getting nominated.
That's not my wish.
Wow.
That's not my
Yeah,
wish.
whatever.
I
You
don't
already
wish
said-
for him not to
He already
be.
said he was like
Why
honorable
are you
mention.
doing this to me?
Second tier.
I don't want that to not happen to him. I would love Michael B. Jordan to have an Oscar nomination.
Next one, Stack comes back from the dead. Annie knows what to do right away. Next one, vampires make the case for taking Preacher Boy. And that's when Stack does a we were running around look for freedom. We ain't never gonna be free. the big fight scene heading into the sunrise. I have some nitpicks on the fight that'll come up later.
Like that sequence,
but
much.
Smoke gets Annie. Not you. Stack has to kill Annie.
Well, Stack.
True love. I'm sorry. Did I mess that up?
Yeah, we done it. We done it a couple times.
Yeah.
Stack gets Annie. Yeah.
Sammy escapes. Twins have a fight. We think we know who won, but actually we don't. And then the sun comes out. It's always great to see the sun in a vampire movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know
Fucking
you're safe.
awesome.
You know you're safe.
There it is.
Yep.
Smoke dies after killing 12 KKK racists.
Mm-hmm.
This is Coogler, who seems like he has that one shot of MBJ coming in at the camera with the machine gun, like doing the Rambo. And it was almost like Coogler was doing the, fuck you guys. You wanted your old school action movie. I'll give you this one scene, but I'm doing this like to fuck with everybody.
I'll tell you something. That scene also was a great mind fuck for the trailer.
Yeah.
Because it.
Oh, yeah. That's a good point.
Because, like, we hear that it's a vampire movie. And when the trailer first comes, there are no vampires. And then there's Michael B. Jordan shooting a machine gun in broad daylight.
Mm-hmm.
So you're like, wait a minute, what is it about?
It's a good zag.
Yeah, so,
yeah.
And you really don't know because it's not until the movie that it actually makes sense.
You know, those ads, I mean, I have to say this movie was delivered to the country very seductively, and to give it to us during basketball games and football games.
Fantastic.
Like,
it was so much better than the Jason Tatum Superman ad when he had blown out Achilles. That just tortured me for 4 days.
Bill, it's going to be okay.
Last scene, the fake closing credits, which wins the Kid Cudi Pursuit of Happiness award, best needle drop as well.
Only 2 scenes out of that.
Okay, let's hear it.
1, Remix dance scene outside with everyone.
Yeah.
Love
good call.
That.
It's intriguing because you'll never get to the bottom of it. You'll never get to the bottom.
That. I'll just they was cutting up out there. And 2, you know what scene? You know what scene I really like?
River dancing.
Exactly. I like the introduction of the Childs, where just from a filmmaking standpoint, which we might get to in Great Shot Gordo, which that's going to be the hardest to maybe give out ever, to where he comes in and he's talking about the Childs, they're getting everything together, and you're seeing Smoke negotiate. The camera follows their daughter out to the other side of the restaurant where she retrieves her mom. The mom comes back. Like that entire part, that just, it's a really amazing scene to me, like when they're introduced. The whole 9.
Mm-hmm.
What do you have for most rewatchable?
I think it's the end. I think it's that.
I have the end as well.
Yeah.
Perline's.
Overall, it's probably the ending of everything.
What do you have, Craig?
I think it's right when Remick floats and you're like, uh-oh, and things start to turn up in the juke joint. I'm not turning the channel.
Okay. What's the most 2025 thing about this movie? I'll throw in, I didn't have this originally, but Wesley Morris not liking the most important scene. I'm putting that in. The twins technology being really good. I'd put that in there. Coogler asking studios for first dollar gross, final cut, privilege, and ownership 25 years after its release, specifically 2025. But I am going with this movie premiered on Max, which then turned into HBO Max after it premiered. Was the most 2025 thing because we had to change the name of the Max app.
I like that.
Yet again.
I like that.
Yeah.
The filmmaking technology, the fact that it took high-tech filmmaking technology as far as what they were able to do with the IMAX stuff, how they shot it to make the movie look authentically 1930s. Like it took that much to make it look that authentic.
Okay. What's age the best? I'll give you a couple. I always like this, movies that start with a distinct scene and then we go backwards. We live a whole movie and then we circle back to the scene we saw in the beginning.
Yes.
Which some people try to pull off and fuck it up. But they don't fuck it up.
I don't love that as a.
It's sometimes a lazy gimmick, not in this.
Yeah.
Twins technology mentioned. The survivors eating garlic cloves to make sure one of them might not be a vampire.
I love that.
Kind of pulled from the thing. I enjoyed that. We mentioned the Chinese couple with the 2 separate stores that sell different things to different clientele. There's a whole Chris Rock thing in there that I didn't even notice until I did the research. When the Klan guy pulls up at the end and he said, Club Juke, grand opening, grand closing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which is a Chris Rock
Mm-hmm.
bit. I like the line, I know plenty of musicians, I ain't never met a happy one.
Right.
Good
Yeah.
quote. Any movie character named Cornbread?
You like that?
I saw Cornbread Earl and Me in the theater with Keith Wilkes.
Cornbread Earl and Me poster coming?
I love that movie.
I know you do.
It's a great movie.
You rob banks and trains, but won't steal this pussy for a night.
Jesus
She's
Christ.
got
How
some
about that line?
bangers.
She
She just
dropping
got
it.
some bangers.
And
that-
what in the hell?
And that was her as a vampire.
Is there a Dirty Girl Hall of Fame?
Yeah.
Just
Van's
don't-
Rolodex is
Alexis
flipping
Texas
so
is in all
hard
the Hall
right
of
now.
Fames.
Don't make me live in that.
I can see it
Don't
turning.
make me live in that part of myself. But yeah. And that was, you talking about things that the theater was like, because I saw it, I went to a screening of it, and then I saw it with, you talking about things in the theater, people was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Because everybody, they used to hear her talk like that.
That's when Josh Allen was like, fuck, I got to get a
Jesus
ring
Christ.
tomorrow. God
Hey,
damn it.
maybe, I don't think we're going to that Travis Scott
I'm
concert.
sorry, excuse me. They ran these lines. Don't think they didn't run. Josh is running lines with Hailee
You
Steinfeld.
think Josh was dressed up like Stack?
I mean,
Josh tried to get her to drop out.
I don't know Hailee Steinfeld's
Just, I don't know, this Coogler guy seems kind of crazy.
He was definitely running lines with Hailee.
Coogler, here's a What's Age the Best. Coogler, they asked him if he wanted to do a sequel. He said, I wanted the movie to feel like a full meal. Your appetizer, starters, entrees, and dessert. I wanted all of it in there. I wanted it to be a holistic and finished thing.
No.
So his answer was
Oh.
no. He's definitely making a sequel.
No, he
He'll
can't.
do it in like
I don't-
15 years.
I don't want it.
It'll
Well,
happen.
well,
This is how the world works, sadly.
If there's a
2038?
sequel made, I hope it's him, because if this was 1997, the sequel would be straight to DVD, and it would be Sinners 2,
Yeah.
The Son. And it wouldn't star like Michael B. Jordan.
Oh, yeah, it wouldn't.
Yes,
Yes, yes, yes.
Straight to DVD.
Would Shannon Worry be in this?
Yeah. Somebody like that, they
Oh.
switch everything out.
Ooh.
So like,
Yeah.
if he does it, I just hope that Sinners 2 is not made without Ryan Coogler.
I could give you a whole thing about how they filmed the cigarette scene, but I'm not going to do it. You can go read that online. Big Kahuna Burger. Well, what other What's Age the Best? Do you have anything else?
I'm gonna go with the look of the film. I'm gonna give props to a higher learning guest, Autumn Durald Arkapaw, who was the DP. She
Okay.
shot the movie, and she came on Higher Learning, told us all about how she got the film to look like it did, how she lit the film, everything about it. So it was fantastic.
Any other What's Age the Best for you?
I think that
The movie just came out.
I
It's
know.
a tough
I just
category.
feel
It's a tough category for
I
what's
just,
the best.
Michael B. Jordan's Michael B. Jordanness,
Yeah.
right? I
I
think
get
that is. I think people came for him and stayed for Coogler.
They did
right?
a pie
But-
chart of who came out for it, and MBJ was like 47%. Coogler was 43% for biggest reason,
Yeah,
which I thought was interesting.
I think, and I
Super
wonder what
interesting.
happens. I don't know how you exit poll to find out who won the movie, but basically, I think you would have been satisfied if this movie had just been Michael B. Jordan kills all the vampires.
Big Kahuna Burger, our best use of food and drink. Probably eating the garlic.
No.
It's Delta Slim in the beer, man.
Oh, the Irish beer. I had that as my other choice.
Oh, interesting. For me, it was just that sequence when they're preparing all the food.
Oh, interesting.
Right?
The-
Like that great kitchen sequence, which I could have used
Yeah, that's
an
fair.
entire
Catfish.
5
Catfish
minutes
is
of.
good.
Oh, that catfish.
Nancy Myers did the kitchen.
Shut up.
I almost.
I'll leave it for a second too.
I'm gonna leave.
It's just funny. It's just when because Stack is talking to him and he's giving Stack shit, and Stack goes, "Okay, cool." And when he twists the top off the beer, the Delta Slim goes, "Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, they probably
like
has beer.
he goes, "Oh," and he performs for the beer.
Right.
I like the garlic only because I know the actors probably actually had to eat it, and I always like when real life intersperses with actors.
There's
where they're
no.
like,
You
they're
think it was
fucking eating
actual garlic?
100%.
Oh, interesting.
That's some method acting shit.
Mm,
But you're
interesting.
eating garlic. You're gonna act naturally as you're eating garlic. Craig eats garlic all the time.
Yeah, I'm a vampire. So no, I don't. You think it was real? I feel like that was like chocolate that they painted to look like garlic or something.
I don't know.
So hard to eat, and how many takes you got to do with that?
I mean,
for everything Coog did in this movie, like you got to have everybody eat the real garlic.
I think there's so much other suffering these people are being asked to deal with.
All right.
Like,
Yeah, they got fake blood.
I think eating fake garlic.
That was in the research. There was a lot of complaining about how gross the fake blood was and having it stuck on your face and stuck on your chin.
Well, there's an alternative. So
great shot,
Real
Gordo
blood.
Award for most cinematic shot.
it's too tough. It really is ridiculously tough. I like Remick falling out of the sky. I just thought that scene where Remick falls out of the
just
sky.
comes to like lands to the earth. Yeah.
So that's like magic hour, which it has to be because the sun is going down because
to get to turn the clansmen and the
clans
wife.
people.
Right.
So Remick falling out of the sky the first
I like
time
that.
he's the sun, he's sun bruised.
Yeah.
We're gonna talk about, we haven't even talked about my homies, the Native American vampire catchers.
Oh yeah.
They
the
got-
smartest people
the
in the
Choctaw.
movie.
They got
Yeah.
one sec.
That's the sequel.
Yeah.
That's the sequel.
Oh.
They got one category locked up for sure. They do. But I just like that scene, the way it looked. Even when he's sitting there talking and it's dusk behind him, it's like time is running out. Like the whole thing. I just really enjoyed it. I'm talking to you.
Yeah, I love that sequence because it promises you a movie that you don't get. But also, I'm very comfortable. I'm happy to not have had it because I understand their whole point is like, listen, we're trying to tell you something's going on. If you got something in your house, give it to us now because we're not coming back. Like,
Right.
I mean, also, we're not coming back to this movie because we're here to tell you that this shit is fucked up.
Yeah.
We're not doing it.
The sunset's pretty cool how they filmed that
Yeah.
in the end.
But they're probably the movie is just a collage.
It's full of the great shot Gordos.
Phenomenal
Yeah.
shots, man.
I think one of the ones we mentioned it earlier, but the flashback when they're talking in the end and it flashes back to them in the car and him hearing him play for the first time and how much joy he has in his face,
Yeah.
I think is just really well done. Random new category, or you only use it sometimes. The Ed Norton Reverse Dunk Award for did this movie need a random sports scene? Could we have like a baseball catch in here or something?
Yeah.
I thought about
With
this.
the old mitts, the two twins like throwing the ball for each other.
Like Delta Slim is throwing the ball. He's like, fastest man I ever seen with a fastball, Satchel Paige. They wouldn't even let him play in the league. We just gotta be out here throwing the ball around with us. Just something like that.
Yeah.
Like baseball, like something.
Yeah.
Weave it in. Chess Rockwell and Brock Landers Award for Best Character Name.
Preacher Boy Smoke.
Smoking Stack's pretty good.
Smoke and
but
Stack.
Preacher
Smoke and
Boy
Stack.
is pretty tough
Delta
to beat.
Slim. They got a bunch
Yeah.
of names in the movie.
Wesley, you have a flex category.
I'm doing
you can
a flex.
pass on it.
I thought Van
It's
was
in the
taking the
notes.
flex.
You don't need to.
I'm gonna pass on my
All right,
flex
pass on.
category.
Butch's Girlfriend Award for Weak Link of the Film. I have one.
Let's hear it.
I'm thinking.
The fight scene. It's 8 people against 50 vampires, and it makes
Oh.
it seems like it's on like an 8-on-8. And there's like 50 vampires outside, and I don't understand how they just didn't all get bitten right away.
So
That's a pretty tough one.
I call this the Blade conundrum. I've talked about this before. If you go back and you watch some of the fight scenes from like the original Blade movie, which the fight scenes are great, but it's 3 people rushing Blade,
Yeah.
but really is one-on-ones because one person is fighting Blade and the other person is behind. Like,
Well, that's
doing,
what
like doing like
in the
this.
Warriors is like that.
Like-
when they're in Central Park and it's 3 against 8 and they come one at a time like the
Every
baseball
action
bat.
movie. It's like
I know.
Yeah.
John Wick versus like 40 people in a room.
But
Who
they
wins?
all
Yeah.
rush them. They all just like one person is fighting Blade, and the first time you don't notice it, but then the second time you notice it, it's like, yo, why the other person standing behind like twirling the stick, like hit Blade in the leg or do something like that? This movie,
There's a lot of that.
it's a lot of that.
Yeah.
Because like the vampires retreat at all times. Like Stack one time goes to Mary, come on, let's get out of here. I'm like, why? Why don't I just finish killing? Mary runs out of the juke joint when she could have stayed in there killing. They don't even know that she is a vampire yet. So there's a couple of times that you're in a movie.
I take that as they need to be near Remick.
Maybe.
They have to. They're
Oh,
stronger.
he's like
in
their
groups.
Delta Star.
Yeah. Maybe.
The the Mallory Rubin Award for did this movie need a better sex scene?
Mallory. Oh, you couldn't do. I don't know. Sorry, Mallory. The answer is no.
Nah, I don't think so. Well, did you want more nudity is the thing. Because there's no nudity, although there's some sex scenes in here. No nudity.
I don't know. MBJ in the kitchen with Annie. I don't know. Could they have kept going on that one? Gone for the NC-17?
I think the spit.
The drool spit? We didn't talk about that. The drool.
I think when she drools into
That's
his
when
mouth
Josh Allen
and
got
he-
engaged.
And
That's
he
actually the
catches
scene.
it.
You saw
Like,
that.
that is so much more than anybody
Okay.
was asking for.
What's age the worst already? I guess we have to call that the category. We mentioned already the coverage of the first 2 weeks post-release about
I think
is this
the
movie going to make
conversation
enough money? So fucking weird.
The early
Like, how is
weeks
that?
of that
This movie, it should have been a fucking celebration that somebody made a movie that was a new piece of IP out of nowhere that was super creative. There was no other conversation to have.
A lot of times we overreact on Twitter, but that's not one of them. I'm like, all right, man, like what the fuck are you doing? Is Sinners makes 50 million, but is it enough? What are you talking about? Like,
Is it enough for who? For one thing, I mean, just like.
And who sits around? This is like the NBA ratings conversation. Same thing. It's like, who's sitting around like at dinner going, hey, Sinners, did you see it only made 51 million? Do you think that's enough for Coogler? Like, nobody's in the real life is talking about this.
It's week one. The budget was $90 million, which I mean, which I have been told by some people who are doing some work with the studios that we're now in this new place where there's a class of movie that the studios want to try to make, which is called responsibly budgeted.
Yeah.
Right. And
between 70 and 90.
Congratulations.
But responsibly budgeted
Movies.
is like under 15 or something like that. Or like,
Oh, shit.
I don't know I don't know if that's an official number, but like everybody's got their responsibly budgeted ceiling. But 90, like 75 to 90 is the other side of responsibly budgeted, right? Where like there's the whole 74 to $17 million like zone where like nobody can get a movie made for that much anymore. Like that's money not worth spending or somehow. I don't quite understand the finances on this, but
the deal that Coogler made, which became a big topic in a lot of ways, this is future stuff. Warner Brothers was like falling apart. They needed the movie. Like they were going to do whatever it took. It's like if you have free agency one year and somebody signs like Deshaun Watson gets a no trade contract and $230 million guaranteed from the Browns. It's like they gave him that because they're the fucking Browns. He wasn't going to go there unless they gave him the contract.
Also,
and then people always miss that part.
Who's
it's like,
the Deshaun Watson in this scenario?
No, I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Tough example.
All right, guys. Jeez, we're on the same team here. I'm saying Warner Brothers is the Browns.
Okay, fine.
They're a fucking mess. They got to do what they have to do to get the movie they want. Nobody wants to play for Warner Brothers.
There's one difference between Warner Brothers and the Browns. Boy, has Warner Brothers
they
been on
figured
a
it out.
Fucking
Yeah,
winning streak.
But
part of it was because they did this deal. It was
a
crazy deal that wasn't so crazy because they got this movie.
And they needed to lure that type of talent away from Disney.
Van he'll jump off my car anytime, any chance he gets.
Well, no, it's fun. It's just like because this is
you drive real fast, Bill.
That was it.
It's just funny. It was
They
like,
just hopped out of the car and he hadn't even landed the metaphor yet.
I agree with
Cleveland Browns, Warner Brothers.
But this. But Deshaun Watson also. But wait, can I wait?
He was a piece.
Just the question really is how the like oh ye of little faith, right? Like the idea that this was some chance that Warner Brothers was taking on
betting on
some
Ryan
guy
Coogler
named
and
Ryan Coogler
vampires.
and Michael with Michael B. Jordan in it.
I wonder
it's a
if it'll be
vampire
good.
movie. I just it's now to be fair to somebody, right? Like they saw the movie. There probably were some questions about whether it took too long for the vampires to show up. Do people want to really stick around and just watch black people be black people and regular black people in the Jim Crow Delta? Like there are like things I can imagine a studio person having some concerns about, given how out of practice everybody is telling stories about regular humans now.
Yeah.
And Coogler was like, "Nah, but it's gonna work though. Cool." And then that's
he's like, I'm 4 for 4. Just bet on
nah, it's gonna work though. Cool.
4 for 4. You do the calculations for that batting average because it's 1,000. The overacting award, the Ruffalo Hannah Ribbit Partridge. I say this out of complete love, but it's probably Delroy Lindo who dials it up a couple times. But I loved all of it. I support it. I appreciate it. But if you're gonna say if anyone dialed it up in the movie, it's probably him.
Oh, him. Oh, it's
Yeah,
him.
okay.
He is
But
having
I'm
the
complimenting
time
him.
of his life.
I want him to dial it up. He's
Mrs.
supposed to dial it up, and then Delta Slim is supposed to be at 10.
Mrs. Child started getting on my fucking nerves too.
Oh,
Yeah. She makes a bad choice.
She just
Her
started,
choice makes no emotional sense. It makes no practical sense.
We're gonna get to some nitpicks,
Yeah.
but she was giving it at some point.
That's a good one.
She was getting on my nerves too.
Van, you have a flex category.
My flex category in this situation is going to be the Den of Thieves Benihana Award for scene stealing location.
What do you got?
Clarksville and the American South.
Oh, yeah.
What a beautiful, textured, gorgeous, heavenly depiction of a place that I am so connected to. I told the story to you guys before of riding through Mississippi with Ryan Russillo.
Whoa,
Cerruti.
I didn't see that coming.
Yeah. We did something at Ole Miss. We did a Ryan Russillo
Okay,
show
got
at Ole Miss.
it.
So we had to fly into Memphis and then we had to drive to Oxford. And I've told this story before, but we're in Mississippi and there are cotton fields. You see cotton fields there. It's still a cash crop. And you can tell in the car who's not used to seeing that because they're not saying anything. And I'm like, yeah, guys, look at the cotton out there. Just check it out. Look at the cotton. How's that make you feel? Right away, subject change. But there's also this brutal beauty to the South. Things are old. Things have existed for a long time. A general store is a beautiful thing to look at, particularly when you're down there in the South. So they really captured that in the movie.
The CR thinks Luke Wilson could have been Harrison Ford hottest take award. If you have one. You don't necessarily have to. Van probably has one. Wesley's not a hot take artist.
I don't really have a crazy hot take here. I don't know. I feel like, I just think not liking the scene is about as
you already did yours.
wild
Do you have one?
as I can get.
So Preacher Boy is there. He's older. And they say, hey, we want to make you a vampire. If I'm Preacher Boy, I go, no, I don't want to be a vampire. I'll take a shot at Mary, though. I'm on my way out of here. I've held it down. You were asked to leave me alive. But maybe me and Mary one time with a vampire. Is that
Wait, but hold on. We didn't even talk about a whole other sex scene that Preacher Boy has.
He has it with Perlene.
We have a spot for it.
Yeah, he has it with Perlene, but I'm saying Perlene's gone. He's named the club after her. He's an older guy.
I see.
If you really fucking with me like that,
so age 88,
age 88. I just one time with
Can
Mary,
I reenact how you died with a sex scene / neck
just
bite?
one time. By the way, since I'm about to be gone anyway, look, Stat, you can stay here, kill everybody in the bar. Like they I don't even know this guy. I just hired.
This is insane.
I just
take out Perlene.
I just hired these guys. I don't really even know who they are. Take out everybody in the bar. Just one time with Mary, we out.
I like it.
Yeah.
Here's my hottest take.
Uh-oh.
Being a vampire, not that hard. I just feel like you just have to bite somebody on some part of their body and it's a W.
But this is an
like you
interesting
come
thing.
in, it's like, oh, I'm trying to bite him. It's like, just bite you can bite anything. You bite their calf, bite their hip. I just think if you have the giant fangs, if I try to jump on Van right now, he could fight me off, but I could still bite him at some point over the next. I'm going to land a bite in a 10-second stretch. Vampire movies make it seem like, and it's just, I just think you're going to be able to eventually bite somebody.
I love a vampire movie where the vampires don't they're just like, I'll just go around your arm, sir.
Yeah,
I will just bite you anyway.
Because it could be anything. It could be the side of your leg. It could be your butt cheek. Like they always make it seem like it's got to be this area in a vampire movie.
Yeah,
I guess that's probably where the most blood is.
But not to
Not
you
to
into a
turn, not to
vampire.
Yeah, if my
Right.
goal is to turn you into a vampire, it doesn't matter where I bite you.
It just has to get in your bloodstream.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's fair.
just don't overcomplicate it. The new, like, if we're doing like Sloan Conference analytics for the best vampires, it's the undiscerning vampires. They're just the ones who are like, I don't care what part I bite.
Yeah,
I don't
I'm not,
need to
I'm
feed.
not picky.
Right.
I have my
White
job
meat,
is to
dark
create other
meat,
vampires.
Right.
Leg,
I need a
foot.
nice group of vampires. Then we
ear.
can go like, then we'll fucking feed.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm with you. This is a
Um,
great point.
Casting what ifs. Didn't really have any except for Halsey completed a script read
Ooh,
for the Hailee part. Didn't get it. Yeah,
interesting.
that's all I got.
Yeah.
20 years from now, it'd be like every single actor from there. It'd be like Chalamet was almost in this as best that guy award. It's got to be Cornbread.
Omar Benson Miller.
I didn't know
Yeah.
what his name was until I looked it up doing the
Oh,
research
yeah.
for this movie.
Oh,
But
he's been around.
he's
for a
been
long
in
time.
stuff.
Yeah, a
I
lot
just
of
never
stuff.
knew what his
He's a
name was.
Some of
accomplished
your
actor.
favorite movies
Home
he's
Yeah.
got parts
Yeah.
in.
Oh no, I just never knew.
Yeah.
He was a classic, that guy.
I mean, his list of his filmography is just like,
it's
oh,
a lot.
Right. Oh,
like,
right.
wait, yeah, I was like, oh,
right.
yeah, oh, right.
Yeah.
Now, have you heard the story about how he got in this movie really quickly?
No.
Ryan Coogler, he told it at the premiere. Ryan Coogler was
Name drop.
saying, Ryan Coogler was either a film student or just graduated SC when he went to a screening of The Miracle at St. Anna. A Miracle at St. Anna.
The Spike Lee movie.
Oh, yeah.
That
Spike Lee
Omar
World War
Benson
II
Miller
movie.
was in. He went there and he told him, like, one day I'm going to work with you and put you in a movie.
Mm.
Like, I'm going to be a filmmaker. We're going to work together one day. And years later, when Coogler was putting the movie together, he reached out to Omar Benson Miller and he put him in the movie.
Mm.
Like, so
I love
and
that.
Omar told the story at the thing. He was like, we actually got a chance to work for him. He's like, this kid who came up to me ended up doing everything that he said he was going to do in his career, and then we ended up working together all of these years later.
Craig and I have a
Aw.
different story. Craig just came out here to be an actor.
Yeah, that's right.
Did you?
Kind of stumbled into it.
I
Just
was
grabbed
in
the
a
job.
commercial though.
What commercial were you in?
It was a nationwide insurance Gruden Grinder Monday Night Football when he was doing that.
Gruden Grinder.
He had a Gruden Grinder segment.
Wow, the Gruden Grinder.
Love the Gruden
Oh,
Grinders.
boy.
Deion Waiters Award. It's either Delroy Lindo or Buddy Guy.
I gotta be honest with you. It, to me, is easily the Native American vampire hunters.
The
Oh.
Choctaws?
Wow.
They are in it for one scene. They try to warn everybody. Like, legitimately. They
Yeah.
come in, they cook, they look cool. They're very important. They tell this woman, look, it's a vampire in your house. And the guy said at the front, he's like, I really want to help. Homeboy is like, hey,
Yeah, we gotta go.
the sun is going down. They dead. Let's get the
Right.
fuck out of here.
The Choctaws. I like the Choctaws.
Yeah.
I like
Okay.
it.
Mhm.
I like that.
Recasting couch director city. I'm going to explore the studio space on this one.
Mm.
It's one more character. I'm just going to create a new character. Get our girl Viola Davis in this. Aunt. Maybe she's the aunt of Smoke and Stack.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
She's got some special skill, like she knows how to make. We just get one extra scene with her. I feel like we're one person short with the group.
Okay.
You want more star power?
I just want one more
Is there a character? That
one
you
more
want?
famous person, a little
Okay.
older, somewhere between the Delroy Lindo age and MBJ's age, early 50s, family member, knows some history with the twins and doesn't like Mary.
But doesn't
and
she
we just
kind
kind
of
of bring them in.
upstage a little bit of
Not a
what
huge
Annie's
part.
doing?
No,
Okay.
not a huge part. Maybe it's an uncle. I was just trying to figure out one more person we could
One more
throw into
person put in
this.
there. What if you put in somebody who is Delta Slim's estranged wife?
Yeah, because he's the one. But we already know he's probably got 4 exes.
4 exes,
as it is.
She's in there and is like, I don't want to see this drunk motherfucker. Fuck him. And then, like,
See, if we're just 5 minutes short with somebody. I don't know who it is.
has to be.
I was trying to think of a good actor.
Had to be. You need somebody with a little comedy, a little older, little comedy. There.
Yeah, that is
Jennifer
the
Lewis.
thing. Oh, Jennifer Lewis. Jennifer
you put
Lewis.
Jennifer Lewis in there.
Then it's
Fuck
too
you,
much.
Delta Slim.
She is the Brontosaurus steak that tips over the Flintstones car. You don't want just
All right.
Jennifer
I
Lewis
was
is too
workshopping
much.
it.
I like Jennifer.
Half-assed internet research. I'll go quick. Our guy Ludwig, he drew inspiration from blues music, but more importantly, performed the score on a 1932 Dobro Cyclops resonator guitar, which was the one Sammy has the whole movie.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Coogler said his two of his biggest influences, Dusk Till Dawn, The Faculty with Robert Rodriguez.
I get it.
Starring Jon Stewart, a movie that I think he tried to buy all the copies of to destroy, but he has not because it's still on cable.
Josh Hartnett.
Yep.
Yeah. They cast a twin double named Percy Bell, who had the same kind of body as MBJ. And they also hired twin consultants.
Oh, twin consultants.
Yeah.
Well, also consultants-wise, Rhiannon Giddens, the great Americana musician, and we'll call her a scholar.
Yeah.
His person Beyonce turned to sort of figure out how to think through what Cowboy Carter was doing. Huge blues presence. Chris Stone, Kingfish Ingram is in the band at the end with Buddy Guy. He's one of the musicians you see in that slow motion transition shot. This play the Irish culture consultant whose name has now escaped me. There's a lot of just let's make sure we.
This
know
goes
what
back
we're
to
doing here.
this is why it takes Coogler 2+ years to make a movie. When Smoke and Stack return, they go to downtown Clarksdale, Mississippi, but it was shot in Donaldsonville, Louisiana.
Oh man.
Van's like,
Talk
I
to
dated
us-
a girl from there when I
Talk
was
to us about
17.
Donaldsonville.
We used to have our horses there.
Hmm.
Donaldsonville, we used to, before we had the barn, we used to board horses there. Donaldsonville is cool. Girls in Donaldsonville High used to be fine as hell. I've been for real. Girls in Donaldsonville High, the track team.
This surprises me at
Donaldsonville
all.
had a nice track. Girls in Donaldsonville High was fine as hell.
They had to they had to make it dirt roads, and they had to bring in all this dirt to actually make the dirt road over the pavement. So Remick mentions how Christians took his father's land,
Oh yeah.
but he's Irish, and that actually puts his life somewhere between the 5th and 7th centuries.
So he's old as shit.
The film, there's a lot of like Robert Johnson stuff that I did not know a lot of about the guitar player blues guy who supposedly
Sold
sold his soul to the devil and then died young. And whether
Crossroads with Ralph Macchio.
Yeah.
Oh no. What are we? We were doing so well. Although shouts to Joe Seneca. But
Wesley, you like this. The working title of this film was Grilled Cheese because Coogler was used to making complicated dishes. He wanted this to be an enjoyable, easy eating experience. So he named it Grilled Cheese and all the script demo shit.
the finest Gruyere he could find too.
Apex Mountain, hard to do when movie just happened, but Ryan Coogler, I find it hard to believe he's going to have more power than he has right now. And if he does in a couple of years, God bless him. But this is about as much juice as you're going to have for a director, I think.
But think about
Like, who's not making his next movie? He could be like, I'm going to make a movie about Van's left kneecap. And they'd be like, here's $100 million.
Yeah.
But I just think like how they were talking about this movie.
I know, but now that this happened, he
So
can do
asked
whatever
him
the
for
fuck he
90
wants.
sight unseen for this, really?
Yeah.
He could literally go to them right now and said, I need $250 million.
I don't know. I'm
Which-
not even going
which
to tell
he-
you the idea. 250.
To get this, I'm like, it's not, we're not doing superhero shit. We're not doing this. I need $250 million and we're going to go make a movie. And they would say
It's a
yes.
movie about the Donaldsonville High girls in
Yeah.
1992.
Right.
The cheerleading
It
squad.
wouldn't have been 92. I'm not, but
96?
Donaldsonville High.
Michael B.
Track-
Jordan, Apex Mountain.
Yeah, I don't think so.
No.
I think so for sure.
I think for where his career is so far, yes.
Yeah, all right, fine.
He's just
I think it is.
the face of a $500 million
Where
movie.
does he go? What does he do?
Does he have another level to it? Does he have his version of The Revenant?
I think we're at so Okay, you'll get this. You know how?
Because I'm white.
No, because you love NBA basketball. Okay, but that's probably because you're white. But like, I love watching them dunk, Dad.
They jump so
my God.
high.
They jump so high, Dad. You should have seen the Chief, what he was able to do. So you know how a player has all of these, they have all NBA, they have all-star seasons.
Yeah.
But then like 26, 27 is the official beginning of their prime.
Yeah.
So I think this is the official beginning of Michael B. Jordan's prime.
I said that earlier. I totally agree.
I'm not
I
saying
think
that
these
he-
next 5-6 years will be. This is going to be it now.
I'm
for
not
him.
saying he hadn't been all NBA. I'm not saying he hadn't been an all-star. I'm saying this is the official beginning of his prime.
It's like a little Hakeem in the early 90s for the Rockets, where it all starts coming together and he has that crazy stretch, wins 2 titles.
I don't disagree. I'm just like, I feel this way about so many people. Timothée Chalamet is Pac-Man right now. Any script that's on a table anywhere, like his people are gobbling up, and whatever gets excreted that is still intact is what gets picked up and done. Right? Like, I just feel like, show me the scripts.
That changes all the time, because like in the Goldman books, which are right over your right shoulder, but he always talks about like who has that alpha seat with the scripts.
Yes.
But it flips. In a year, it becomes somebody
It does
else.
change, but I feel like there are so few people now who are viable both in the minds of the public and in the sort of books of the industry, that I definitely think this is the moment for people to be giving Michael B. Jordan or offering Michael B. Jordan really interesting things to do.
Well, he's also at the age now where he can play any adult role.
Right,
Like he can
where
be in a
he's-
sports movie right now. He
Yeah.
could be the cop who's been on the force for a while. He could be a detective. Like you name it. He's not too old to be anything yet.
Okay. I'm
How about-
not here to disagree.
How about vampire movies? Apex Mountain.
No.
Apex Mountain, it can't be.
No.
I'd have to think about it.
So what
though.
is it?
What do you mean?
What's the apex of vampire movies?
Oh, it's probably that
Fucking
period where
Dracula?
I mean,
No.
Which Dracula?
Stoker's Dracula. I think it's that period where. Well, here's
It's
what
probably
I'll say.
late 70s.
Here's what I'll say. I feel like this is a great moment in American life, or like maybe even considering where Europe is right now, to really be thinking about what these vampires are offering in these movies. If you think about Robert Eggers' Nosferatu,
Yeah.
and the way that Eggers is arguing for a vampirism that is hard to resist because it is just too sexy to say no to, right? The power of the vampire is too strong to not want to have sex with. And so you give yourself completely over to him. It's one of that Nosferatu is one of the most convincing sort of political psychological arguments for vampirism I've ever seen. I think
Wesley wants to bring vampirism back.
Well, it's here. We're watching it happen. And I think that this
I'd
is
like to be a conciliary to the vampires. Just go for any body part.
well, in this metaphor,
Stop
Bill,
going for the
you,
next.
You don't want it. You don't want to be anywhere near these people.
Okay.
But I also think that Coogler has also found a very appealing way. I think this is definitely Apex Mountain moment
For
period
vampire culture?
as metaphor.
Okay.
It's the Apex Mountain, certainly for black vampires. Black vampires.
How about twin brother
Is
movies?
it though?
You don't think so?
Have you seen Blackula?
I've seen
You're never
Blackula.
gonna do better than that?
I've seen
Vampire in Brooklyn?
Vampire in Brooklyn, but I would say it was between this and
That
Blade.
movie's bad.
Oh, Blade. Okay. But this is not about, okay, fine. This is fair. Not enough black vampires though, right?
Eddie
We need
tried during his worst part of his career, my guy. Twin brother movies. Maybe twin movies? This is the most successful
Is this the
twin
highest
movie.
grossing twin movie?
Yeah.
Almost certainly.
With twin leads, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Hailee Steinfeld?
Steinfeld.
Yeah,
How
probably.
can I say it? Hailee Steinfeld.
Yeah, probably.
Yes,
Yeah.
for sure.
For sure.
So far, I think there might be another moment for her. Pickled garlic juice, yes. Cunnilingus advice?
Oh.
Cunnilingus advice.
Mm.
Can't remember a better cunnilingus advice scene in the movie.
No. No, we're not doing better than this one.
Just look for that button.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm sure. Well, I don't want to say never because I'm sure there's one I'm missing,
But I can't think of one.
but I can't think of it.
The Blues, I'm going to go no. Haints.
But the blue, well, let me think about this. The Blues in movies for sure, right? Like the Blues as
Van would
as
say
a-
Mo Better Blues.
but that's a jazz movie. This is like
Van wouldn't say Mo Better Blues.
oh. I think this might be. Let's think about the Blues. Let's think about this. This is definitely, at least in the movies, this is the Blues. This is a great blues movie.
How about drooling? Best drool scene ever?
But there are several good drool scenes in here. This is a good drooling movie.
Yeah.
Movie characters named Cornbread.
Mm.
Probably yes. I don't think Cornbread Earl and Me has really had a long shelf life.
No.
All right. Cruiser Hanks.
So we're talking about for Remick?
Can be for any role you want,
Oh wow.
but obviously can't be for certain roles.
Cruz, I was about to say, it can't be for any role.
Cruz would kind of fucking kill it as Remick.
Cruz
Yeah.
would
So
He's played it.
fucking Remick.
He's played
Cruz
Remick.
would
That's why
be-
we know.
He would be
this is
fucking
the better Remick though.
devastating
Mid
as
90s
Remick,
Cruise.
Fucking crazy.
This would have been like the best part of his
Yeah.
career.
Right now he did fuck up to me as Lestat.
Lestat,
I did not
okay.
like that at all because
Movie
but
was
that wasn't.
bad.
That's not what I'm talking about.
No.
I'm talking about
He
him.
would love another crack at that part. I'm
He's
sure.
basically he would
He
be
played it
basically
wrong.
Cocktail Cruise as a vampire.
As a vampire, he would kill.
Yeah.
As Remy.
He'd
would've-
get behind the bar and start
So
flipping
That
bottles.
dance scene would be so fucking bizarre and crazy.
He
if
would
it was
learn how to
Tom
do the
Cruise, bro.
Irish
Like,
dance, whatever
that
dance.
would be
He
so
would do the
fucking
Tropic
nuts
Thunder
if he did
dance.
that.
Yeah.
It'd
Yeah.
kill as Remy.
But I think though this is raising a sort of alternate series of questions about what Tom Cruise life looks like after this year. Right? Like what are his choices? What's he doing? If Coogler is offering, let's say this movie gets made a year from now instead of 2 years
He's
ago.
only
or a
the
year-
KKK guy.
yeah.
He's the old guy that sells them the
Him
house.
him and Mike would be smart to get in the movie together. Right
I
now.
mean, this is what I'm saying.
Van
wanna
asked
do-
for this one. Denzel or Will?
in their
Pick
primes,
any age range.
in their primes as
Oh,
Smoke and Stack.
this is not fair to Michael B. Jordan.
In
Why
their
are we
prime-
doing this to
I'm just
Michael B.
saying,
Jordan?
In their primes, like if
this
we
is
were
not.
doing it,
It's a movie podcast of hypotheticals. Play the
In
game.
there-
Oh well, it's a no-brainer. You're taking like
so two Denzels or two Wills.
I think you're going early 90s Denzel or
Oh,
like 93,
you're-
94
you're
range.
Definitely yes.
And I
Devil,
think-
Devil in a blue
I
dress
think he would have
era.
fucking crushed it.
Devil in a blue dress era. Denzel is a no-brainer.
You don't think a little younger?
I would have gone early 90s.
Devil in a blue dress is 95. Like
Yeah,
how
I
much?
would have gone
like-
92, 93 range.
Like Malcolm X era.
And like right
Okay.
after.
Mo Better Blues, Malcolm X,
Like,
Denzel.
yeah,
Sure, let's
like
do it.
As Smoke and Stack.
But Will's-
Scorsese or Spielberg?
Oh, I can see.
Spielberg has never done.
It's
any kind-
Scorsese.
Yeah, Spielberg's never done any kind of horror besides.
We get
Jurassic
some
Park.
1930s cocaine with Scorsese.
Mm.
One of the vampires. The fangs coming out.
Wow, that just gave real big Pacino. That was my
Thank you.
favorite. Wow.
Never done
Okay.
cocaine. What role would Philip Seymour Hoffman have played?
Oh, he'd be a good Remick.
He would have
He'd
been.
be a
I
great
agree.
Remick.
Really
he could,
good
He also
Remick.
could have been the Klan guy, but maybe he's a little too young for that.
Not
But-
Good
enough,
Remick.
not enough
Not enough-
part there
yeah,
for
not
that.
enough part there. But he could have been a great Remick too.
Special category. I didn't even put this on the rundown. How would Van Lathan get out of this one?
Ooh.
I know which one.
Well,
The whole
in this case,
situation.
the situation is you're now a vampire and you're trying to convince your
Oh.
brother not to drive a wooden stake through your heart. How do you get out of this one?
Okay, wait. So I'm the
Oh,
vampire.
this is a great
I'm trying
parlor
to,
game.
I'm trying to
You're
convince
Stack.
my brother not to kill me.
And like,
And-
here's my plan. Let's go.
right. Okay. First of all, I say to Smoke. I go, Smoke. First of all, you already killed our father, right? You killed our father. You're gonna kill me too. What are you? Person that kills your own family?
Right.
at you.
How many family members can you
How
kill?
many people can you kill? Smoke? Violent man? I saw you early shoot 2 black men in the street. Don't we have enough going on in this city? You know who shoots black men and kills black families? White people. You one of them now? You one of them now? Smoke. As a matter of fact, you need to come over here with me, bro. There's a new dance. It's taking over Clarksville. It's called the jig. We ain't never done it before, but you jump high, you flip your legs up around. When you come down, your credit score done gone way up. Let me tell you something, bro. You don't want to do this. You want to come on this side, bro. Seriously, don't kill me.
All right, you live.
Yeah, you live.
Well,
Picking nits.
That was great.
Why did Smoke and Stack leave Chicago?
they robbed somebody.
They robbed Capone.
They robbed the Italians.
Yeah,
and
they either robbed Al Capone or they robbed someone.
All right, so they rob them and they leave.
Yeah, because
and
they
they're
stole the Irish beer and the Italian
Yeah,
wine.
they stole
Right.
it. Yeah.
okay. But now they're like the deep south is this burgeoning business opportunity.
Yeah.
I don't really understand their business plan.
Well,
It seemed like in Chicago, I'm better off just robbing people in Chicago. There's way more money there.
I think there's such a history of black. First
Like
of all, they
they
got to
open
get
the
away.
juke and they realize almost immediately nobody has enough money to make this
They
a
don't have
functioning
enough, yeah.
enterprise. Fuck,
But
we
then
fucked
there's a
up.
community argument to be made for like keeping it open anyway. I don't know. It's a very moving kind of like naive, like desperation / naivete that's happening here, right? Like a
Don't get
belief
sentimental.
in
This is picking nits.
a belief in your people. Sorry, your nit has been picked.
They say, well, in the movie, they say that they decided to go with the devil that they knew, which is very interesting because there happens to be a devil
an actual devil.
that they have no
Yes.
idea about.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's the deal
Okay.
with the reason why they came back.
So first time we see Remick, he's diving into toward that person's house, right?
Mm-hmm.
And gets in and he's like covered in whatever. The sun's out. So why didn't he just die? I thought they died the moment the sun was out.
Well, it's like sundown. He was like
Yeah.
about to,
It's dusk.
or it's dusk.
Yeah. It's
okay.
It's not high sun.
The sun is not. By the way, this
Wait, are there rules
Hold on,
with
hold
how
on,
high
wait,
the
wait,
sun
wait,
has
wait,
to
His
wait,
be?
skin
wait,
is
wait, wait,
boiling.
This yeah, his skin is boiling. This varies from vampire movie to vampire movie. There are certain vampire movies
We've never established a code
where
here.
the sun comes out and the vampire immediately disintegrates.
Yeah.
But there are certain vampire movies where the sun comes out, like in Blade.
It's
the
like,
dude-
like getting
It's
run
like,
out of here,
whatever.
please don't put
So
me
I
out.
guess this was more of a slow
burn? Okay.
Yeah.
You know what this movie does that I struggled with? But Van, you know vampires, so you probably didn't think about it. But I don't know how much you do or you do. But like the whole, you have to invite a vampire in.
Yeah.
They don't really hold your hand through that. Like they just expect you to know it.
But it's such a plot point here.
Eventually, like
that-
it gets
that
banged into your brain.
I'm not familiar with that.
Like, I didn't really know
forgot
that.
that was a rule.
Yeah.
But I kind of love how important it is in the world of the movie because it is also serving the metaphor, the sort of racial metaphor.
Sure.
Right. And the movie really commits to the invitation question.
And watching it the second time, you pick up on how early on they start to ask if they can be
Yes.
invited in. Because originally you don't really think about
the
that.
the second time I watched it, I was like, oh, the invitation is crucial.
Yeah.
So maybe we had consent back in the 1930s in a way we didn't realize.
It's true. I still like, if you guys are looking for an all-time vampire let me in scene, that's funny. The original Buffy the Vampire Slayer, where David Arquette is outside Luke Perry's window.
Yeah.
And he's flying, he's floating, and Luke Perry has just like woken up and he's going to open the window for his friend, and he realizes that his friend is flying, and he's like, let me in, let me in. He goes, no. Like, you're in the air. I'm not about to let you in the house.
Right.
Like, it's legitimately hysterical. It's a very
I
funny
like that
scene.
movie.
And an otherwise, I fucking about to diss the movie. I love that fucking movie. I'm not about to
Quick nitpicks.
I love that movie. Fuck y'all. Fuck what
They
y'all
built
say.
they built the juke joint in 3 hours. Just got that thing right up.
But they're not building it. Like they're just
Pretty complicated
making
bar.
it habitable.
I'm just asking.
Yeah. They had a lot of help.
A lot of stuff happened that day leading up to the night of the juke.
I still love it. I
Yeah.
don't care.
Just here to pick some nits. Would the 3 vampires have really turned into an awesome banjo band in 2 minutes because they're all vampires?
Another hilarious development, though. No
rehearsal?
But they have all of Remy's memories.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
All right, fine.
yeah.
And then we talked about this earlier. How did Andy know so much about vampires, and how did the vampires not immediately win the 50 versus 8 fight? What did you have for nitpicks?
So, okay, number one, let's say we all in here right now. The vampires are outside. Craig is like, yo, man, Liz is out there. Craig, go find her, bro. Peace. The fuck out. Like, go find your wife.
Right.
I'm not about to be like, Craig, you can't go. Craig, you got to stay here. Man, Craig, you feel like you got to go find your girl. I feel you. We in this
Good
bitch
luck.
Good luck, Craig. We in this bitch till sunup.
Yeah.
Go find her. And that's what I would have told Miss Child. Been like, hey, you know what? You're right. That's unfortunate. I don't know what they're going to do with the kids and stuff. Take your ass out there to Bo. Go find them.
They also didn't seem interested in anybody else other than the people in the club.
Your
daughter's probably fine.
They are the moment I saw a vampire, my whole life would be changed in such a fundamental, profound way. Like, it would be so different. Like, yeah, you want to go? You're right, man. Ain't you a soldier? Hey, he is. And he going to stay in here and protect us. Get the fuck out. I would have kicked her out. I would have pushed her
thinking,
out of the
like,
thing.
Yeah, you can't kick her out. But I understand the urge to, because she instantly becomes a very annoying person.
The Klan.
Uh-oh.
Why would you come to the juke joint in the morning to kill everybody? Wouldn't it be a better idea?
Yeah, why not come at 4:30 at night?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When they're actually partying.
And they're drunk.
Yeah, everybody's in there drunk. You're going to come in the morning. First of all, you don't hear any music. Like, you don't hear anything going on. The door isn't open. The Klan actually thought that the people were inside there. He thought they all were sleeping.
Have you met the Klan?
Yeah, that's true.
These people are not winning any MacArthur Genius Awards.
They're not winning Peabody Pulitzers.
They're not.
Peabody Pulitzers.
They don't even get 200 points for putting their name at the top of the SAT.
It's true.
Like, I don't know. These are not these. They don't even have a drawer.
Not a lot of oxygen with the hoods. I think it does hurt them.
Probably so. We can't see in these goddamn things. All y'all do is criticize. Now, last thing, man, I'm for indigenous Black unity. But boy, did our native brothers leave us out there to get our asses kicked by the vampires, man.
They said they were leaving and not coming back.
I know, but
mad respect.
I know, but we are there, and we are getting held. There's vampires and our native brothers. They left us out. They hung us out to dry, man.
Did they hang us out?
Kind of. First of all, if I was them, so they're hunting the vampires, right?
Yeah.
Why not go throughout the town and let people know?
But
hey,
who knows?
There are vampires afoot.
Where their other stops were. We
could have been.
I mean, because the sun is setting, right?
Yeah.
Or send an email. No.
Something.
Well, there's an alternate version of this movie where the Choctaws show up at the end, like right as shit's going down, and all of a sudden they have like additional.
I thought about that.
Additional bodies.
Like that wouldn't make me.
Just would have been. It would have been more conventional.
One last question.
Yeah.
Do vampires have to ask to get inside of your car?
Great question.
Because if you have to invite a vampire in and everybody's like scattered outside, why just go jump in the cars? Jump in the just jump in.
It's a good rule of thumb for people listening when the vampires come to get us.
When the vampire comes, everybody
just get in a closed body of something.
Get in the closed whatever. Now, Colin Farrell in Fight Night, he changed the game.
Oh.
Because he wouldn't be let inside of the thing, and he went and ripped up the gas lines of the kids.
Oh, yeah.
And then did like this and put the match to the thing. He's like, I'm gonna burn the fucking house.
I love
down.
vampires, man.
I love vampires.
Colin Farrell.
Are you a vampire guy or a werewolf guy?
Depends on my mood.
I should have known not to ask that question.
Can I pick one nit?
Yeah.
And then Liz has a nit.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, when Mrs. Chow makes the Molotov cocktail, lights it on fire, throws it at Remick, he slaps it away, and it hits the barn door and lights the barn door on fire.
How?
Nothing happens from that. the place does not burn down. There is no fire. The whole place would have burned down. The whole barn door is on fire. He hits it into
Well,
the
he can't burn
great
the
point.
barn down. He can't burn the barn down twice, right?
The barn,
Like he's already given you the metaphorical barn burning.
yeah. Well, then I don't know why they
I
include
would
that.
say it's a red herring burn. It's
the
the
whole
Russian
door
in
is
the
on
woods.
fire for a scene. He
Yeah.
hits it and it ignites, and then they never get back to it. You never see the fire again. It's
good
like
point.
a continuity error.
Yeah.
Second one from Liz. She thought Smoke and Stack were too ripped. Didn't make sense.
They weren't ripped. They were just thick. I did notice
He's
that.
huge.
They're-
Michael B. Jordan is extremely fit, like Creed fit.
But you're bringing your memory of the old Michael B. Jordan body to this body. I think this is just a thick guy.
oh, come on.
Like, I think, like,
No, this is a
He is
2025.
with the machine gun, he is like Rambo.
No, you have like
jacked.
those like George Foreman, Ken Norton type bodies in the 1930s.
She
You
just
don't
started-
have like
but I
ripped
think that
bones.
he's, I
ripped
think
as
that
hell.
I truly believe that is the body he was trying to get to. And I don't know, he's not as, we never see him with his shirt off, right?
We see the tank top. That's it.
Yeah, that's about as far
He's
as
pretty
it goes.
ripped.
I feel like
Maybe we
somebody
see
was
fat
aware
guys.
of like
Yeah.
this concern, and he was probably asked to eat as many croissants as he possibly could to like
So he didn't look like he had
to detone himself.
Like they would have to be working out a lot and they both look the same.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe there was a gym in Chicago,
They were in the military.
Sequel,
and they were in the military.
20 years ago.
Sequel.
Yeah.
True.
sequel, prequel, prestige TV, all black cast are untouchable. Interesting. Can
It's actually a tougher category than you would think.
I test drive the prequel?
Mm.
Them in Chicago stealing from Al Capone? Like,
Mhm.
I'm in.
Mhm.
I will watch it.
It's not a vampire movie. It's just
It's
like
not
a
a vampire movie,
late
yeah.
1920s action, Great Depression in Chicago movie.
I'm interested in that.
Yeah, I think I would watch
That's like
that.
a little Godfather 2 to me.
Think about
I
it.
will fuck with that.
Think
Yeah.
about it, Ryan Coogler.
Yeah.
Is this movie better with Wayne Jenkins, Danny Trejo, Doris Burke, Sam Jackson, Nell, Byron Mayo, Tony Romo, Chris Collins, or with Daniel Plainview, Longlegs, or Wilford Brimley?
Ooh, Daniel
the
Plainview.
firm.
And
Did-
Plainview is funny.
Did Sam need to be in this movie? Do you think he was upset he wasn't asked?
Bill, don't do it.
What? He's in the category.
I don't. I feel like
Sam's like, I'm
but
right here.
He's done.
Sam is Delta Slim?
I'm going with a new answer for this. That's not in the rundown.
Interesting.
The Good Doctor.
Oh, shit. You love this show now.
Oh, interesting.
I
You
like
like
I
that
like
show?
it. I like it. I like it.
The Good Doctor is one of the people in the
Oh my God! Wow.
in the juke
That's
joint, and they're trying to figure out what's going on. And they're like, the vampires are trying to kill us. We cannot let them in because they are vampires. If you open that door, they will. And it's just like he's almost like Spock for the crew, and everybody's like, this guy's so fucking annoying. Send him out.
Throw him out.
Let's get rid of him now.
Oh
The Good
my
Doctor.
God.
Yeah. Craig wasn't expecting that
Sam
one.
made this movie. Sam Jackson made this movie. It's called Black Snake Moan.
Oh,
Right.
yeah,
I did
know
not like
shit.
that movie.
Many people didn't. It is not. It is not
That movie's a
entirely
tough
work.
hang.
I've tried a bunch of times.
but that
I
was-
appreciate the.
There's a crazy blues movie for you.
Just one Oscar. Who gets it?
Ooh, it's Ryan Coogler. I
Just
think
one Oscar is probably. I have Mike, but probably the direction. It's probably Coogler, man. But
it's Coogler for directing.
I think it's Coogler for directing. I think if you did this,
Although-
what's the safest bet Oscar from this movie? It's
Is-
the scores winning.
the score's
Yeah.
gonna win.
Like
I
that's
will-
I don't even know what the other
I
scores
also
are.
would vote for original screenplay.
Oh, okay.
I would vote for original.
How about that new category? Because it hasn't happened yet. What is the over under for Oscars for this movie? Not even knowing what's coming out.
Winning or being
Winning.
nominated? Winning.
Well, let's go winning in nominations.
Okay. So I'm gonna so ju-
FanDuel. Would
just call-
FanDuel set this at 3.5?
So picture is
Pictures
almost a
in play.
shoo-in because that's a 10 nomination category, right? Or did
Oh.
they shrink it?
Oh,
No,
for
no, no.
nominate for nominate.
It's, it's definitely a best picture.
picture.
nominee.
100%.
Picture
You can't get to 10 movies right now.
right.
Picture, Coogler, score, MBJ.
Can I sell you on Annie's character as a best supporting actress now?
Oh, I
yeah.
think 100%.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
can see that.
To me, it's like, can she and Hailee both get in? Only 5
I think
spots.
Wunmi is
I
much
think Wumi, yeah.
much likelier.
I think she would be the favorite in that one. And then,
But I wouldn't be mad if.
Delroy's getting nominated.
Oh, he's getting nominated.
Lock that in.
He's honestly.
But we've been saying this. Can I just say we have been saying lock that in for Delroy Lindo for 20,
Jack O'Connell?
for 30 years.
Jack
we've been
O'Connell
saying
as well. I think,
and he's never been nominated.
I think Delroy is the most likely to win.
Whoa. Okay.
Listen, there's 20 total acting nomination spots, and this movie might end up with 5 of them.
I think Delroy is most likely to win.
Interesting. This
I
is
think-
all fascinating. to
I
me.
would bet on Delroy right now if FanDuel had the odds.
Eddington and then the PTA movie.
Yeah, we haven't seen the PTA movie.
Are going to be like fucking mammoths, but because Eddington is phenomenal. But
this is interesting. This is a completely different conversation about Eddington.
I think Eddington's great. You didn't like Eddington?
I mean, I have mixed feelings about it, but I feel like there are a lot of people who really don't like it. I don't know. I can't tell how leggy
It's an exceptionally polarizing movie.
Come
I haven't seen
the
it yet.
end of the year.
Probably unanswerable questions. We did everything. The only one I have left is: did Josh Allen enjoy this movie?
Oh, great
Hell no.
question.
What an unbelievable press conference moment that would be before like the first week one. Hey, what do you think about the Pats defense? Blah blah blah, and then Josh, Bill Simmons here from ESPN.com.
What was your least
Did you
favorite
like-
scene from Sinners?
How much did you hate Sinners on a scale of 1 to 10?
That's funny. I have one unanswerable question.
Yeah.
Do Stack and Mary in 1992 still listen to Irish music?
Oh, great question. Well,
Oh.
the great thing about that question,
So Remy's dead. Do they ever just put on, because that was around the time that Lord of the Dance
Yeah.
was starting to
Yeah.
like, do they watch?
I think they moved on.
I mean, they're dressed. I mean, think about how they're dressed. The end of that movie is really kind of deep, right?
Yeah.
Because if we're thinking about this as a music movie, and he has all these feelings about the blues, they are dressed like Keith Sweat and like some Mary J. Blige prototype, some like Salt and Pepper, basically.
Yeah.
And
Shout out to Keith.
they're clearly, I don't know. I mean, there's something about the vampires being aligned with hip hop at this point.
It's funny. Yeah.
And they're going out into the night to do who knows what.
Mm-hmm.
Like what if they're musically driven, what are they musically driven to do?
Yeah.
And what are they musically already doing?
Right.
I don't know. There's a lot of like, because I mean, they would have had to have figured out these clothes. They would have had to have survived the 70s and the 60s.
This should
and
have
the
been a good
50s.
unanswerable question. What'd they do for 60 years? How many people did they bite?
They've had to buy.
Did they have favorite restaurants?
I mean, here's a sequel or like a pre.
Smoke was a big Bulls fan in the late 80s, early 90s. Really got into MJ. Started going to games. Bit the guy who had awesome season tickets.
Who
just
can
took
say?
the tickets.
Like, I mean, I don't know. There's a whole world of there's like what 5 decades, 6 decades to
Yeah,
just
a
like
lot of shit going on. Quickly, let's rip through because we're
Okay.
late on time.
I have
what
to go to the airport.
What piece of memorabilia would you want or not want from this
Slim
movie? It's got to be the
harmonica.
good.
That's it.
The harmonica.
Yeah.
What about the broken guitar?
Would love that too.
Coach Finstock, our best life lesson. You keep dancing with the devil. One day he's going to follow you home.
I have a different one.
What do you got?
White women can come in the party, but not white men.
Amen. But listen, a black woman did come in.
Yeah, no, I'm
I
saying
mean, no white woman entered.
We might not one of the 53% of white women. They know who they are, but the other we might let them in the party. But white men, y'all bring too much shit with y'all.
Best double feature choice. What do you got?
Oh, great question.
For me, it was From Dusk Till Dawn. Easy.
I was going to pick a Tarantino, but my impulse is to pick a Tarantino movie.
Yeah.
Interestingly.
I had The Thing,
Oh, that's a good one.
It's a good one.
but I think the answer is Fruitvale.
Oh,
Huh.
say more.
First,
Go in the beginning,
Oh,
then
it's a
follow the
bookend.
journey all the way. This fully realized 12 plus years later. Here are these guys again in a completely different, amazing movie.
I like that idea.
Yeah.
I like that idea.
All right, toughest one. Who won the movie? Maybe not that tough.
It's not
Ryan.
tough. Ryan Coogler.
Ryan won.
Ryan Coogler won.
I mean, Mike is right there. Really, it's Mike and Ryan.
I mean, just think
But
about the way
Ryan won.
we have been talking. The afterlife of this movie which really is still its actual life because it's only been
it's
like
in
3
real
or 4
time.
months. Like these are Ryan Coogler's ideas. These are ideas that are older than Ryan Coogler that he is like reframed in a way to make us think about them in a different way. And these are ideas that are exciting to think about as ideas, right? Like, what does this movie mean? What is it saying? What is it doing?
Coogler's answer. If there's a Miles Caton 20 years, but 20 years from now, we might be saying it was Miles Caton if he becomes this massive A+ list star, and this was the launching pad for him.
I
Be
don't
like, you know who
really-
actually won that movie?
I
We
don't
go
see
do
it
that
happening, but we could,
Yeah, it's
let's see.
possible. Craig, what are your thoughts, quick?
Saw it in the IMAX at the Grove with a friend, loved it. Incredible theatrical experience. I think comparing Coogler to Spielberg is correct. And I've thought about that because Coogler really knows how to be theatrical. He knows how to sell it. Like, I think this movie is so good because you can kind of just watch it on the surface and have a great time and think it's a 10 out of 10. Or you could really get into it and all the layers of it and think it's a 10 out of 10 for a completely different reason.
Yeah.
And like him drawing this whole movie up, knowing how to market it, the shot of Michael B. Jordan with the gun, like building the trailer correctly to get people into the theater. He has that Spielberg like magic sauce to him where he knows how to combine a great movie and also make it feel like a popcorn movie. So it's great.
I just had a whole conversation about like all of Steven Spielberg's children in this conversation I had with my friend Eric about the 100 greatest movies of the 21st century or whatever on Cannonball. See, I can do it, Bill. But we were talking about the ways in which Spielberg remains the most important father of like these tributaries of filmmakers.
Like his coaching tree.
Who are very different from Spielberg, but like really understand Spielberg's sort of entertainment philosophy. And held on to some of his ideas while also just being themselves at the same time.
This movie's also just like so shockingly original. Like even I watched it with Liz and my brother-in-law the other night. Liz hadn't seen it yet. 20 minutes in, she was like, "This isn't based off anything, right?" I was like, "No."
I think how sad that is.
Yeah.
It's just so
Honestly, and that's what we did our video about last month. It's just like original IP, man. It still wins.
Even
in
if
the
you
end.
don't like the big musical scene or whatever, I just like that the movie feels like it's one person's hands all over it.
Somebody had an idea.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Somebody had an idea.
Sinners, an all-timer. HBO Max is now the platform that it's on, I guess, but you can watch it. But I would recommend if you haven't seen the theater yet, go to the theater. Wesley Morris, a true pleasure. Van Lathan, great as always. Thanks to Craig and Chris as well. And One Name Movie Month will continue next week.